welcome to the Giant Bombcast. It is Tuesday, March the 5th, 2019. How about that rain?
How about that rain?
What do you guys think of rain?
I think he's like my least favorite of the ninjas because he just isn't in as much.
They're, I think, the first 4-0 team in Overwatch play.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Rain. Is that correct?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
I begged my mom to buy me a rain stick one time when we went to the museum.
Fuck, I don't have one. What does that do?
It's just like a bunch of beads and a long stick. She looked at me like I was dumb, and then she didn't get it for me.
What's another rain thing? What's like another...
Like the rain in Spain is
No, but that's the one, Brad. Like, that's the main one.
Okay.
I don't have another... You guys all have, like, fun other rains. And
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Rain...
Roman Reigns. Talk about Roman Reigns.
Is that Rin? Or is it Rin? Nobody watched G-Gundam. Did you watch G-Gundam?
No. Sorry.
I think
you tasked me with that one.
I think his
weekend as well.
lady friend's name is Rain, but it might just be Rin.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Great. Nailed it.
All right. Pow! Yep. Everybody's super together today.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Brad.
Hi.
I got the internet going nuts.
Yeah.
Hi, Jeff.
That's just
About what?
about all kinds of shit.
What's today's topic?
I got a new shower head. Speaking of rain.
Oh.
Does it hook up to an app?
I'm in the
or
market.
anything?
No, it's not a Bluetooth. Well, don't get the fucking one I got.
Okay. I was going to say, don't say the name of it because we didn't sell any ads
No,
around
that's
it.
definitely.
But if you think it sucks, then definitely say the
right.
name of
No,
it.
I don't even know the name of it. What the fuck? I went to the hardware store and said that one looks all right. They need to put a fucking thing on shower heads that say, "Will blast a hole in your chest with water power, motherfucker."
Hell yeah.
Like
Sounds
some
good.
kind of sensor, or like a 1 to 5 will kill you with force.
That's what I want.
Versus like old man's dick dribbling piss on you in the morning.
I
Because that's the fucking one I bought.
Oh, you got to quit with these
that's the
long
one I
podcast titles.
Wait, you bought a 1?
They don't mark them. They need to mark them. They mark them in terms of like it has like 7 different things it can click to, including a gentle massage and power massage. I'm like, all right, power. I like power. No fucking power.
No power?
No power on this shower head.
Oh, I thought you were complaining it had too much.
No, there's no such thing as too much.
I see.
I want to be sandblasted.
Yes, of course.
I want to be able to hold my hand up to it and have it blow my fucking fingerprints off.
You want it to look like the opening the Ark of the Covenant. You want your
Yes,
your
exactly.
face
That's
to-
what every time I take a shower, that's the level of exfoliation I want from just water.
You want it to knock you down
Yeah,
onto the floor.
exactly. Where I belong, on the floor of the fucking shower.
That's right.
Crying again.
That's when you know your life is really going well.
Yeah. But no, instead it is this fucking delicate dribble on all settings.
Is it detachable?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're all,
That'll do it.
Yeah. And the last one I had was detachable, and it had good power, but so much power that it starts busting at the seams.
Oh,
because all these plastic ass shower heads eventually just like start blowing apart.
That's what's happening to ours right now.
So yeah, I had to get a new one, and here we are. And now I'm thinking about taking this new one and throwing it in the fucking street, and trying to get another one. I don't know.
You gonna run over it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Someone will.
And then leave it there?
Yeah.
See how long it stays there?
Yeah. It'd probably stay there for a while.
Yeah.
Her name is Rain. I just want to shout myself out for remembering that her name is Rain. That show has the greatest names of all time, like Chibbity Cricket, Master Asia, Domon Kashu. So Rain up there. Just want to shout out to all the G Gundam heads out there who were going crazy that I was able to pull Rain out of nowhere.
You got the G Gundam heads going nuts.
We've brought this banger of a podcast opener full circle.
Yeah. And now we can talk about the reason for the season,
Which is?
I don't know, video games?
You brought it up.
Well,
Can we?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much going on
Should
this
we?
week, except for one thing that I don't think we can talk about yet.
No, we can't. No.
At all.
Not yet.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We're in that nice little post, whenever there's a bunch of big games that come out, I like the kind of 3-week after period where people kind of start sticking to the games that they're going to stick to. Which ones are the big games have you guys been playing the most of? You guys still playing any Anthem? Any
No.
A little bit.
Far Cry? What's up there?
Apparently Anthem's dangerous.
Yeah, kind of staying
Dude,
away from that one.
I've been there.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week. It happened to
you
me.
either play it and your console gets evaporated, or you play it and you get banned for
Like
Did
getting
you see
treasure
that?
chests. Yeah. I don't know how they
you
go
got too much loot by exploiting.
What?
Yeah, there was a roll
Yeah.
of bans on people's accounts who
Oh
were
my God.
exploiting ults. Like there was some storm ult you could, exploit and get more chests.
So the most amazing
somehow.
bug I've heard about so far in this game now that I saw over the weekend is there is a way to, I don't know how you accomplish it, but you can play as one javelin type, switch over to another javelin type,
Yeah.
and it will not fully disable the abilities of the previous one.
Oh,
So you can actually like equip and use abilities from multiple classes at the same time.
Well, be
That's a
careful doing
feature.
that because they're gonna ban you for exploiting
Like,
their
the
bugs.
people who are doing it said, like, dude, it's fucking awesome.
God
Like, can
forbid
do
you have
everything.
fun with the video game. It's not even competitive multiplayer. Like
Yeah,
fucking-
banning people in a non-competitive game
Yeah.
seems kind of insane.
It was like a multi-week suspension. I don't think it was a full-on ban, but like any sort of, and these are going to be your most passionate players, right? These are the
Yeah.
people you really need there championing in your game.
The ones that have stuck around.
Yeah, that's weird. So I guess no Anthem.
No, no, not really.
So there was an addendum to the Anthem destroying PS4's story this
Yeah.
morning, which I suspected was the case, but I hadn't like checked with anybody. Apparently, the people that are having it quote unquote brick the PS4, it's actually just something where you need to like hold the power button down to go into the recovery mode.
Oh, sure.
And then
Yeah.
just do like rebuild database, and
Okay.
apparently that fixes it. So.
Oh well. Okay.
Still.
Only.
I mean, yeah, it's still bullshit.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's not unrecoverable.
Okay.
Thank God
Like,
there are
there-
hoops to
good.
jump
There is
through.
a workaround, which I'm not saying makes it better. I'm just saying, like, don't go buy a new PS4 immediately if it happens to you.
no problem.
That's this week's Anthem Minute.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I wanted to play some Metro, but have not been able to get into it just yet, and as well as the other game that we are not talking about.
Devil May Cry.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I think the one thing we can talk about is the trailer they put out today
Oh, I didn't see the trailer
about
today.
their live action cutscenes.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
it looks fantastic.
Like basically they did a bunch of live action previs for
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
cutscenes.
Mhm.
And they put all that footage in the game. It's like an action or an optional
It is.
toggle.
Yep. For a couple of the characters.
Like
yeah.
I don't know if is it the whole game?
I don't think it's the whole
It wasn't-
game. When I look at the tooltip in the game, it
Yeah.
says it's for a couple of.
Okay, I wasn't
Specific
clear
characters.
from the trailer if you could like
And
play
it's
the whole game.
and
that
something
way.
that they list is like it's like DLC. It's
Yeah.
because it's listed on the PC version, like separate
Okay.
download and Xbox, like
Okay.
separate downloads.
Oh wow!
But yeah.
So they might be releasing more.
But,
Huh, cool.
But yeah, there's a bunch of footage in that trailer out there of just people from the development team like mouthing the dialogue on a soundstage,
That's
doing
badass.
doing a bunch of falls and like
Yeah.
That's great.
subbing in action figures for close-up shots. And
Great.
just it's ridiculous. I have to play the game that way.
Yeah.
The game is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I popped in and played a little Trials.
Yeah, I've been playing some of that.
I didn't get far enough into it to kind of really feel it out. It's about. What are you playing on?
I'm playing on Xbox.
Okay,
And
so
it's running better than I've seen it run on PS4.
PS4.
PS4
yeah.
is a little janky.
that's what
yeah.
I'm playing it on. And
Yeah.
I saw people talking about that, and I couldn't. I guess I was maybe seeing it at Xbox at preview events and stuff because I didn't remember it being especially chunky or anything. And it's not like unplayable.
It's not terrible. It's just that like any amount of chunk in a Trials game is too much.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of a bummer. Hopefully, they've got some sort of fix in the works for that. But
you really notice it because that game is loading quick, especially when you're like loading back to the beginning of the of the track or whatever.
yeah,
So it definitely stands out.
I've been kind of picking at that game, and it's just not doing it for
I think
me
so
far.
because
not
it is
at
such a throwback to
That's
like
the
an old
thing.
Trials game.
Like,
Like
I
it's
love
not going to offer
Trials,
anything yet,
but-
but you got to be in the mood for it. I
Yeah,
think,
that's
at
the
this point.
Or I think for me, maybe it's just like just a vanilla ass Trials game is
Yeah.
not enough anymore.
Really,
Kind of.
Oh.
I think.
Well-
it is for me. Like
Yeah,
right now, like
me
I'm
too.
really feeling it.
Yeah.
I've got that itch right now. Whereas previous the most recent Trial games were not doing it for me whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, like the trick stuff in Fusion was not it's not the new thing I needed,
It
but
got
I
in the
need
way.
something. new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
It
is,
got in the
but-
way. And the tandem mode's not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
I think that
Trials game.
like everything outside of the game, I think detracts from the game. Like
Yes.
the minute you
The
get
unicorns.
The
yeah,
UI. Well, I was gonna say the UI.
the UI,
and the
like all the
navigation
menus,
is-
all the unlocks to customize your rider, and just like all the loot box Overwatch crap they filled it full of. I just like they've got a player. You can sell items on a player store that are like items that you
Yeah.
put stickers on and stuff. It's like it's not they aren't terrible ideas,
Right.
but it's just like layers of stuff that is not meaningful.
And they really want you to get into that menu because you
Yeah.
can access it from every screen.
Like
every
it's
screen.
like who wants to? It's just not.
What I want is I want to be able to see leaderboards really quick.
Yes.
Like, I can't see
Yeah,
those. Like, I can't
right?
tell which of my friends have
Yeah.
beaten my scores or anything. Like I've got to go into like 2 different menus to even see that shit. I want that shit at a glance.
Right. It's the I think we talked about it a little bit last week, but like Trackmania Turbo does that stuff really well. Of just like, hey, here are your friends who have played this track. Here's where you're at. Race against any of their ghosts. Go.
Yep.
Like I just want that, and it doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't do that well, and I feel like I've only played on PS4 and Switch, and the load times on both have been too long.
Okay.
Once you're in, but like just getting from like having a menu that flows really poorly, and then on top of that, the load times feel a little too long.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I'm sorry, I've been playing Anthem lately, so everything else is like
fuck
lightning fast.
Shit.
Yeah.
I think we said it on UPF when we played it some, but like I feel like it's just front loaded with too many easy tracks.
Oh yeah,
Like I've
maybe
just
a little
played
bit.
so many events.
I think they're really designed very well, though.
Yeah, sure. You just kind of breeze through the first like dozen or more events. I mean, it's got the Trials University stuff, so obviously they're like trying to bring in new players,
Right.
I mean,
if
those players
they're
exist,
doing a better job of teaching you how to play
Yeah,
Trials,
sure.
which is cool. Like that's stuff that, like I think that their little university stuff is really well built in terms of just like, hey, if you can get this far, you get a C. If you can get this far, you get a B. Like it's really better about teaching you the mechanics, like the advanced stuff about like, oh, here's how you bunny hop and why you would.
Yeah.
And
here's how to land on a ramp and not fall off the back of it or the front of it or roll. Like they're. That stuff I think is really necessary.
It's really great because in a lot of older trial games, I found that I would get like 80% of the way through the game based on just like raw, I'm going to hold forward and at all times and kind of like, and then I'd get to the really hard levels that require that kind of finesse and level of skill, and had just learned the game at I hadn't learned how to play the game at that point. I basically had to completely unlearn it, kind of almost start from scratch. And so kind of being able to go through at the beginning and kind of know the advanced techniques up front and utilize those on beginner tracks, I feel like will make the ease into harder tracks easier.
I'd picked up a lot of that stuff, I think, by the time Fusion came out, just by virtue of like watching videos and the stuff that wasn't in the game before. So I just think it's smarter for getting more people to enjoy that game to put that stuff in. It's great. But yeah, I don't know. I'm with you. It's flat. There's just kind of something. It makes me want to reinstall like Trials HD, or like Trials 2, like whatever the older, the first few Trials games.
I want to say
You go to shockwave.com.
There you go.
Start playing Trials, the original Trials. Like I played in ninth grade.
Kickstart
feel like
2
I've
for the Commodore.
completely lost track of how many. Okay, Trials HD was like the first breakout big one.
Yeah,
that was not a Flash game.
and that was like the third Trials, I think. The third
The first Trials was Java.
Okay, well, I think it was
What?
the third third commercial Trials game. I think HD was.
Let's see.
Because there was Trials 2 and there was a Trials 1.
Well, yeah, this according to Wikipedia, Trials 1 was a Java game.
Okay, maybe.
Trials 2 was a Flash game.
Mm,
Trials HD
okay.
was the third game.
That sounds right.
HD, Evolution, Fusion, and now Rising.
Hmm.
I feel like it peaked with Evolution.
Evolution's very good.
That was like the sweet spot for me, where I was like, all right, I can play Trials, and this is cool.
Yeah, I don't know
Still
if it's
my
like
favorite.
if it's like more bikes, maybe, because it feels like you unlock the second bike really quickly, and there's a third bike you get at like level 40 or something, and then there are the 2 bikes that are like the special bikes you can buy that are just like goofs. But I don't know. Maybe it just needs like maybe more variance there. I don't know what it is.
I don't want the variants. Like
Well,
I
I,
just want that.
I guess
pure,
maybe the
distilled-
2 is enough, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the default bike that's like nimble and
Yep.
then speed bike, like maybe that actually is plenty.
You're gonna
but-
need one more for when you're actually doing like trial stuff, where you're like bouncing on one wheel,
Sure,
hopping
right.
to the next one, or something like that. But
Honestly, like the most excited I've been so far is that mini game where you have to bounce from exploding barrel to exploding barrel, like it's Burnout Crash mode or something. Like I
Right.
kind of wish there was more stuff like that in there.
Yeah, well, there is that skill games mode. I mean, there's a lot of stuff
think
you
that's
unlock
where
as
that
you
is.
level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I got over to Europe and I was like, all right, I guess the game's actually going to start now. And I scrolled around
that
the map,
stuff's still easy,
and all those tracks are still rated easy, and I was just like,
I'm into medium now, and it's getting super challenging.
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long, but yeah, there's a bunch of easy tracks for sure. But I will say, I think they're designed very well in that they keep me. They're challenging when you're trying to go for like a no fault run, which is something that I really like to do. Like, I don't like to move on until I've like done a no fault, and those have been very challenging.
Yeah, sure. I can see that.
Yeah, I guess I wrecked a few times, but I always restart the track. I don't restart from the checkpoint because why would you?
Yeah, I start from the very beginning.
Yeah, every time.
You need that no fault.
Well, especially because it sounds like later on you're kind of grinding XP out to unlock more events.
Oh yeah, I wonder.
Dan was saying like you just kind of hit a wall at a certain point.
Really?
Where you kind of have to just keep playing events to get to level up to open up more events.
That's rough.
So yeah, I kind of want to maximize that stuff.
That's rough. Yeah, I was pretty excited about the prospects of a new Trials game, and for whatever reason, it's just not doing anything for me.
Yeah, kind of with you.
I think a lot of it is the leaderboard stuff, like you said. I think that if they were smarter about how the leaderboard stuff was designed, it would get you back in it a lot. I would be back in it more often if I was looking to see who beat me, who did this stuff. Like that stuff's in there, but it's just not presented well.
There is a prevalence of dupes in that fucking loot crate system.
Oh yeah, I've already gotten dupes in the first 2 hours of the game.
I can't tell you how many canvas pants I have.
So you can sell all those for more currency, like the idea. But like,
it's a ridiculous.
To other players?
It's a pit.
No, just like you're just grinding them basically.
So you can't,
or like sharding them.
You can put stickers on items and then sell those on a store. Yeah, like you can do that if you have like a custom look that you like or whatever.
This is already more than I've ever thought about my look.
Exactly.
The Trials game.
They offloaded all the cosmetic stuff onto players coming up with it and selling it to other players, almost like a Forza type thing.
Yeah.
And
My issue with
I just don't think the game needs it.
No, it doesn't.
Honestly, I would appreciate the cosmetic stuff if they went in a complete, like, if they just really went for it. If you could just, I think my criticism of the, it's just like, here's a fox sticker for your bike that it's just a little small weird sticker, or you can put it on a pair of pants. I want like really out there, over the top, like costumes and stuff. But like that's
as
the
far
stuff.
As the stickers, I think, are really out there. That's
they're
extremely
just like
robust.
They're not like I want like complete.
It's
no,
like the Call
I
of
don't want
Duty emblem
stickers.
creator applied to motorcycle parts, and like I don't make Call of Duty emblems either. Like I don't. Who has time for that? Like I'm gonna put a box here and a square here.
I want like
now
big
it looks like a dick.
hats
Great.
or like a bunny outfit for my rider, or just like really like. Like Dota cosmetics, basically. Okay. If I'm gonna have cosmetic, if you want me to care about, exactly.
Yeah.
If you want me to care about your free cosmetic system, it has to look like the time spent is a resource, and I don't want to spend time if it's just some generic ass looking biker stuff.
Do you want a monkey outfit? They got monkey outfits
for money.
Yeah.
No, I want it for free.
Maybe
I already bought the game.
Maybe you'll get it in a loot crate.
Maybe.
Do they have any Groovy outfits?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
That's exciting.
Yes. But it's got a track creator too, so this is the sort of thing that kind of I tried it before launch, and there were a handful of things there, but not a lot. So maybe
that's the first time they've done a track.
No. Oh no.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the stuff kind of runs together.
Yeah.
You know what is new since last week that I just remembered?
What's that?
They made a new ToeJam and Earl.
Yeah. They did. Yeah. We can. That's. I've been playing that. It's good.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah, I liked the first ToeJam and Earl, and then they made a couple more, and those games are bad.
Yeah.
ToeJam and Earl 2 is a bad game. I don't care who you are. It's a bad game. The Xbox game is
a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is way worse somehow. Like it's a game that they tried to make a little bit more like the first game, but only succeeded in making it just fucking terrible.
And then this thing was kickstarted.
Yeah,
and it's like,
it's like it had been a long time,
Yeah.
and they showed some stuff with like some speech, and it was like, I don't know if I want these characters speaking full sentences.
Also,
as
like
opposed to just saying jamming,
like the same developers also, right?
Yeah,
like not throwing any shade here, but I feel like like the original developer comes back to make it again is kind of has like a spotty track
especially
record
if
at this point.
Those are some of the people that worked on those other ones. So
Right.
And they got Macaulay Culkin on the team now.
Right.
I would say that's a feather in their cap.
I guess so. I don't know. So this game is pretty true to the roots of the first game, in that it is that kind of like rogue-like light experience of uncovering the level, finding the ship pieces, and taking the elevators up and stuff like that. Like it stays fairly true to that. They've built on it. Some of the things that they've added are things that actually are from the second game. but kind of repurposed in ways that make them fit the concepts and gameplay of the first game, which makes them better. Because it's not a fucking side scroller. What a fucking terrible idea.
So I had no idea what ToeJam and Earl was, even conceptually. I was a Super Nintendo kid, never played it. And so watching you play it and playing a little bit on a quick look and not really knowing that it's a roguelike was really weird. And seeing like how that game can exist now with all these other fucking and people who, like me, who never played it. If I was to sit down in front of that game, I'd be like, oh, they made it a roguelike like everything else, and not knowing the original context of it.
It's totally just always been that.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Yeah, it's I think the look of it is weird in spots. Like some of the art kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit, but like generally speaking, like I feel like it's faithful enough to the original game, but not in a way that kind of hamstrings it. Like they throw enough new stuff in there.
You know why I think it kind of rubs you the wrong way?
Why?
They were going for a Rick and Morty thing, I think.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just like the animation style, a lot of the like zany looking dudes, I feel like would fit right in as a Rick and Morty drawing. Yeah. Not like exactly the same, but
and
like
some of those. I mean, a lot of those characters are from the first game. Yes. Even so what I'm saying is that Rick and Morty stole it.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they were heavily influenced by ToeJam and Earl. Like Justin Roiland, it seems like he could be in that age frame.
Yeah. So I like the first ToeJam and Earl, and I think this game is good. At the same time, there was a part of me that was like, maybe I should just play ToeJam and Earl, which is still a great game. I think the sound effects are better. I don't know, but it's cool. It's a strange game that I think has only gotten weirder, and the game they made is like they've added a lot of really weird shit to it. Some of it gets in the way a little bit.
Do you think it has any appeal whatsoever for people who didn't play the first game?
I have no fucking idea. I guess so.
Totally.
So. Yeah.
It's like,
man, you like Rick and Morty? Apparently, it's a lot like it.
Yo, I'm Pickle Earl.
You have to have a really big brain to play this game. I think it's cool. I think like I don't know if I would play a ton of it, but just seeing how
I'm not sure
all
there's a ton of it to play.
Different presents work and all the enemies and just seeing the interactions and hearing the voice, like it seemed like a fun little, like I was giggling a little bit during it.
Yeah, it's got unlockable characters and stuff and different stats and stuff now. So it's, or I guess it always kind of was slightly different. Earl was always a little slower than ToeJam.
Yeah.
So
did this same developer do another game like a handful of years ago?
Yeah, that PS4 launch game with the quizzes and stuff in it.
Doki Doki Universe?
Yeah.
Is that it? This is the same people?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Oh, wow.
It's the first thing they've done since then?
I think so. I don't know if it's the same studio name or whatever. It's Human Nature.
Human Nature Studios is who made that.
Right. So yes. Weird. That was cool. Doki Doki Universe was neat.
I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah. Huh. Let's see if they've done anything else.
I don't know. But yeah, ToeJam and Earl back in the groove. It's pretty cool.
They're back. They're grooving.
Oh, yeah.
Did they ever stop?
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. Turn of the century was a rough time.
That ghost in that preview build looked like it was wearing a clan hood. They changed it. Of the Xbox game.
Okay.
There was a build of that I remember getting it in. I think it was like me and Ricardo just looking at it going, what the fuck?
The things you see in unfinished builds of games that should not have been sent out.
And they changed that.
Do you still have that build?
I don't know. I had a lot of builds. There's a Dreamcast build of that got out at one point.
Weird.
So there's ToeJam and Earl 3 was in development for some time, I guess, to make that transition.
Yeah.
I got a couple games.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a couple indies on the Switch that I've been having a pretty good time with. First up, there's Anodyne, which actually is a game from 2013. It's a PC game. Came out on Steam back then, but it just came out on Switch on the 28th. And, it's easy to be... I think I
just do it.
Had this exact. The developer himself has been out there very vocal how this game is heavily inspired by Link's Awakening, and it's like saying inspired is maybe too nice because there's a straight up like you go to that beach where Link picks up the sword. You go find a character named Rink who he's like, I spend my life cutting down bushes and feeding my family from the rupees that I find in them. So like there's some not so subtlety.
So there's some crimes. Is what I'm hearing. All right,
it's
I'm
maybe
calling
a
the
little
police.
more than inspired, but it's actually quite cool. Basically, it is very much one of those kinds of games where there's big overworld and then a lot of different dungeons that you're kind of progressing through. You've got a broom instead of a sword, so it's completely different.
Oh yeah. Brooms are it does blunt damage instead of.
They make a lot of jokes about like, how can a broom kill this boss? And then sure enough, you go and do it. But it's cool. It's got kind of a weird vibe to it that kind of reminds me of like the last couple acts of Earthbound, where everything's sort of like weird and biomechanic, bioorganic. And there's a lot of people talking about the existential dread of humanity and stuff like that.
Now you're talking.
So, it's got some of that heavy-handed overworld stuff in there. And it's cool. It's $10. It seems like the favor of having Link to the Past remake or a Link's Awakening remake be announced was huge for this game, because it's very much like, hey, if you want to tide yourself over with and you don't want to go dig out your Game Boy Color or whatever.
Here's something that's sort of like that. Have you seen Anodyne 2? It's not out yet.
No, it's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah. The images of it, like they went for early PlayStation.
Okay.
So now it looks like a PS1 game.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't feel like anybody's like quite nailed that.
No.
I was going to say that aesthetic, but I feel like it's more than that.
It seems like such a hard thing to nail.
It's not just a look, but like games have been trying here and there to look like shitty 3D, right? Like mid-90s 3D.
And it's one thing to make shitty 3D. It's another thing to make that specific brand of shitty 3D.
Yeah, this kind of looks like a PlayStation game.
Yeah. Yeah, Anodyne 2 looks... It's like a fun expansion of like when you look at Anodyne, you're like, oh, okay. You're like, oh, they're making another one. I bet it's going to be like a lot like that. Like, no, it's fucking crazy.
That's cool. I'll check that one out when it comes out. This one totally, I think it's totally worth the $10 if you're looking for a short little adventure game to kind of blast through. Second thing I've been playing that just came out, and this game is really something cool, is called Treasure Stack.
Yeah, I wanted, you mentioned that in Slack yesterday, and I looked at it and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, apparently it was one of those like really quick. Remember when Nintendo showed like, here's a bunch of nindies that are going to come out. This was like 2 or 3 directs ago.
Switchers.
Yeah, and they showed like just a blitz of a bunch of games. This was one of them. I don't know if it's available for other consoles, but it feels just perfect on Switch.
It's on PC.
Yeah, it might be on Steam as well.
Yeah, it's on Steam and Xbox, it looks like.
It's basically puzzle fighter, but instead of just having a cursor that you're controlling and dropping pieces with, you're controlling a little guy with a grappling hook who can pull down the pieces. So it's kind of like a well, and there's different colored chests, the treasures that you are stacking in the titular treasure stacker.
Oh, treasure stack.
Stack the treasures. So you match colored chests, and then keys are kind of your gems, and they'll clear all of that colored chest. The difference is, of course, you're controlling a little guy, so you can pick up individual chests off the top or an entire row. You can like jump around, so you can reach.
I love jumping around.
You can jump around just like the song instructs, so you can reach higher treasures. And like, if like there's a large stack and you want to get the top treasure, you can jump up there, grab it, turn around, throw it down. It takes it took me maybe 6 or 7 rounds.
My favorite lyrics from that song is grab it, turn around, throw it down,
jump around.
Yeah.
It took me like 6 or 7 rounds just to kind of get a feel for, what boxes can I reach? How far can I throw them? That sort of stuff, because it's not that's the trade-off, right? When you're controlling a cursor in a puzzle game, it's very clear of like, this is going to go exactly here. There's no like second guessing.
Do you ever get crushed or anything? Like, are
you
being a character in the pit? Like, is there a way to?
So you can just grab the boxes that would crush you and plop them under you. You can always throw stuff under you. So that's kind of how you get out from either being crushed or just like being next to a really long gap. It's really cool. They've got ranked online play. They said they're doing like seasons, like an Overwatch or those other games, like 30-day seasons with medals and all that stuff. 4-player co-op it supports. The only thing I wish it had was maybe So there's a single player mode, but it's just kind of like an arcade mode.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
to
ask if there was much to do by yourself because like all the trailers seem super multiplayer focused.
Yeah, it's just like there's a tutorial that teaches you the basics of the game, and then it drops you into a real game, and you kind of go from there. I wish there was something that kind of challenged you to learn the game a little bit better, like kind of edge you towards more advanced techniques and stuff like that. But it seems like one of those games where you just have to kind of like play a bunch of it to really get good at it rather. And then there's, like they've got loot boxes.
Yay!
They've got hundreds of different characters.
Can
and
I
grapples.
dab in the pit?
So wait, even
I don't think you can dab.
little like $10 indie games have seasons and loot boxes now.
Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we are. But yeah, Treasure Stack's really cool. It's if you like a puzzle fighter kind of game, or if you like
Yes.
It looks like an upside down money puzzle exchanger in spots.
Yeah. The art style reminds me of, remember 10 million or 100 million?
Yeah.
It reminds me kind of that.
Okay.
It's cool. I think it's worth checking out. I think it's, especially if you have like anyone around you that would play it co-op, the way that it lays out on a Switch is really nice. It's cool, man. I'm going to play some more of it this week. We'll do a quick look.
Here's something weird. I don't want to make too many assumptions.
Let's
But
jump to
this-
conclusions.
This is, from what I can tell, this is just like Wargroove in that it has cross-platform multiplayer.
Yeah.
And came out on PC, Switch, and Xbox, but not PS4. Like,
Yes.
both of these games did the exact same thing.
Interesting.
To the extent that I wonder if, like, Sony's refusal to allow that stuff is just making developers go like, well, fine, we're not going to put it out anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, if our game is based on multiplayer and we want people to play it against each other.
Right.
I don't know, whatever. I can't make too many assumptions there. There could be a zillion reasons that those games have not come out on PS4, but like
That crossplay is cool. Yeah, I think that it's neat that you can say that again now. Like,
Sure.
yeah, that looks cool. I want to play that for sure. I don't know. At this point, I feel like I'm just like looking at the Apex Twitter every day for signs of the battle pass.
Yeah,
Loot boxes.
Kind of what I'm into right now. I don't know.
controlled loot boxes, Jeff. It's different. It's
Loot
a
boxes!
controlled substance.
7%
Yes.
odds.
It's less about the boxes, more about filling meters.
Yeah.
Assuming that
Oh,
battle
yeah.
pass has a bunch of challenges and stuff in it.
Love to
Oh,
fill
you
the meters.
know
I
it's
just
gonna have
want-
a big
I want to
bar.
make these numbers go
I
up.
want goals to chase.
What do you think? $12.99? That's my guess.
Maybe now that they have hit critical mass, maybe so. I was thinking 10,
Okay.
but
I don't know.
Says EA we're talking about.
Custom
You're right.
smoke trails.
There's gonna be 6 tiers of the battle pass you can get. There's actually different battle passes that are gonna come in a loot box, and whichever.
If you're an EA Access member, you get to buy the loot boxes 7 days early.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I got up all excited on Friday thinking like, maybe by March they meant March 1st.
Yeah, me
But
too.
no such luck.
Yeah.
They did put out a cool video of like their 50 million with some metrics, 50 million players, 11 billion pings and stuff like that, which is like a little kill montage and stuff. That game's cool.
I wonder. I mean, they were saying like every season will have X, Y, and Z. Like new characters, new guns, new whatever. I wonder if all that stuff drops like day one. I don't know how free to play shooters have been handling this stuff. Like,
so you
is the season is just like, all right, here's all the content is in there now, go unlock it, or is it like we're going to trickle like?
Well, if you
know,
have to
we'll
play
give
to
you-
level up the battle pass,
Yeah.
then it'll be like, oh, at level 10 you get this
Well,
skin.
I'm pretty sure they said explicitly like characters will not be unlockable through the battle pass.
Yeah, I guess that makes
I
sense.
assume characters and guns and stuff that'll
Yeah.
all come.
So that's what I mean. Like, are all of the given
characters
seasons
you would presumably buy separately.
right?
Yes.
So that's what I mean. Are all of the given seasons characters going to be in there on day one, or is that going to like be something they trickle out?
Well, I wonder if characters probably end up being separate from the seasons.
Yeah,
Or from the battle pass.
They might though, but that also provides them a good opportunity to be like, look, here's new characters, here's this battle pass, here's a huge gameplay patch. We changed some guns around.
Yeah.
Like they even made a joke about the Mozambique in that 50 million player video. So maybe we get just like a massive. Here is our big plea to come back, or I could see them spacing it out and being like, okay, here's the battle pass and a patch, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna have a couple new characters as like a kind of rollout.
And now the Mozambique's the best gun in the game.
Yeah.
If it just held like 5 rounds instead of 3, I think it would be kind of viable.
Did you know if the leaked character stuff ever got tracked down?
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it on Breakfast
Look
with
up
Ben.
Octane.
Octane?
Yeah. There was some images going around that that look like legit enough.
That 100% sounds like something they would name a character.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That looks like a kind of speed character.
Good timing.
Yeah.
Going fast is very in the ether right now.
Oh yeah, everyone loves
no.
Go Fast.
Let's see.
So I don't know if it had been debunked one way or the other, but they were showing a character that was
There's a
like,
slide of him. It said he's very sarcastic.
yeah,
You don't say.
attitudinal. And the idea was that the passive would be regens health.
This guy looks like a Borderlands character.
Yeah, totally. The active would be like the active would
Did
be
you say regens health?
Yeah.
As a passive?
Yeah. And
That
the
seems ludicrous.
well, the active is you go 30% faster for 6 seconds, but it costs you 10% health.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then
makes
the
sense.
ult is like a trampoline deployable
Jump
bounce pad
pad.
thing.
Huh.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Huh.
Yeah, which like those abilities sound in line with like maybe where that game would go with
Yeah,
new characters.
sure.
Like the images look legit enough.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to see if they.
but I don't know if that ever got debunked one way or the other. Like obviously it's just a leak. So it's,
you know how they assign the little like roll
or
icons
rumor or yeah.
to the characters? I'm trying to see if that got out there. Because like I think Bloodhound is the only. What is the little target means
Yeah.
like scout character? Is that what
Yeah.
they call it?
I think
Bloodhound.
so.
Bloodhound is the
It's
only.
interesting because Pathfinder you would think is like
Yeah.
a
I think
scout.
Pathfinder
yeah.
is rated as like a
He's a
support,
Yeah.
which is like a little healing icon. But
Yeah.
but all of Pathfinder's stuff is about gathering information and
Yeah.
moving around fast. So
Yeah.
it seems like scout would be the thing there. But
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if that's legit or if that's just some fucking rumored thing or a proper leak or some bullshit. But
And I believe they said characters plural for March, so it would
Yeah, that
presumably be
roadmap
that
says-
character
Yeah.
plus one.
every season has multiple characters, is what they said.
it's a good game.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Are there any other good games out?
Saints Row
Yeah.
2.
3.
Okay.
Saints Row the Third. That's a hell of a game.
I've been
Both good games.
playing 3 and 4 intermittently,
Nice.
just for the hell of it.
Like you just
for
like
fun.
flip a coin to whether you're gonna play 3 or 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's seriously what it was. Yeah, I just started playing 3 and I got through the intro section. I'm like, oh, how did 4 start again? And
Yeah.
I played a little bit of that and then back and forth.
Yeah, I think I have been considering the idea of going back and playing 3. I know they're putting it out on Switch, but I don't want to do that.
That's kind of what spurred it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Having
having them easily accessible with backwards compatibility, yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm just like, yeah, I need to
Yeah.
revisit these.
I feel like 3 would be hard to go back to after playing 4. Because 4 just gives you so many more options for getting around fast.
Yeah.
But like 4, the story stuff is not as good.
Right.
Yeah,
You
it's,
know,
it's
like
fine.
there's nothing wrong with a
3's
kind of standard Grand Theft Auto-esque open world game. Like it doesn't all have to. Plus, Crackdown just came out. There's jumping around to be done there.
Right, Crackdown.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
I still really like 2.
Crackdown 2?
2?
Oh, Saints Row.
Saints Row 2.
2 has got its like cult following.
Yeah.
that
I
is
played through
super
all the way
into that
It's the
game.
Far Cry 2 of
Yeah,
Saints Row.
it totally is.
It helped that I played through like the entire game co-op with a friend. That cemented it as being like a really strong memory. But it's a good game.
Is
like
it still?
I never played any of the GTAs. I never had a PlayStation. I never played Vice City or any of those really influential open world fun crime games. And then all of a sudden I had access to one and loved the hell out of it.
It's still available on Steam. Last I checked, which was years ago, the PC version was like super
Broken.
busted.
Yeah.
Saints 2.
Of 2.
I don't know.
I know there's kind of a mod scene around
Yeah, I know
some
there
of
were
that
like
stuff
some
that
like,
maybe
fan patches that might have fixed it a little bit.
or maybe they when the ownership of it changed hands or whatever, maybe someone finally did put a patch out. I don't know. I don't know.
All I remember is that 2 is the game where fans of it said that 3 ruined the franchise.
Yeah, I could see
right.
that.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
diehard
I
fans
love
of 2
3,
hate
but
3.
it's very different.
I liked 1, and then I played a few hours of 2 and was just like, no, I super don't need this game right now when it came out, and kind of never looked back because it didn't play especially well. Like it just didn't I did not need that style of open world game right then and there.
Played it post 3 because they made so many references to what did happen earlier in the series. I actually wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Gotta explore Shondi's rich backstory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back before she was. Wait, is that cool Shondi? Is old Shondi cool Shondi? Yeah,
Yes.
with dreads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she went super corporate,
Yeah.
right? I think.
I
Yeah,
think
she's
that's
like,
what it is. Yeah. It's just the time traveling stuff.
Yeah.
At one point. Yeah.
I did like the Normandy stuff in 4.
yes. I also really like the end
There's
of
some
4.
silly
stuff-
shit.
some stuff in 4 that's
4.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Just being able to like romance everybody, man. It's such a it's a cool
It was
time capsule.
Odyssey before
like,
Odyssey was Odyssey.
Yeah.
Right.
Like those jokes kind of play once and then you've seen them, but it
Yeah.
was pretty good at the time.
Yeah. But I think like the thing with 4 is it really was just fucking so easy because you're
it is,
so
yeah.
overpowered.
And
That's
what I was
that's
looking
kind of
for.
awesome.
Great
Yeah,
power
but
trip. It was,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was one of the best like superhero games I'd ever
Yeah,
played.
but I think it led to it like not feeling like a lasting. Like I don't know
Yeah.
that I want to go back to 4, but I
And
would
like
go back to 3.
3 had so many like cool car vehicles and stuff that
Yeah.
I would just be like, oh, this is, I never rode a vehicle in 4.
Yep.
Why would no,
Why-
totally.
yeah.
It's the Crackdown problem of like the minute you can fucking outrun a car
Fly.
and jump and all this other stuff. Like why would you ever drive a car
Exactly.
unless you're trying? I'm just like playing Crackdown and trying to get all the fucking achievements, and then you're like, well, I guess I got to level my driving up to 5.
Doing donuts in the parking lot.
Yeah, just running people over and over again.
I guess that's it for game. I don't know. I'm looking at the list of stuff that's come out recently.
I want to give a quick shout out to Eastshade.
Yeah. Did you play more of that?
I did. I played another couple hours. I've gotten 3 of the 4 kind of main quest paintings. Real quick, it's an indie game. It has really heavy like Oblivion vibes to me.
Sure.
You're on kind of an island with a bunch of animal people, and you're a painter.
Oh, that game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So kind of it's an adventure game. You're talking to people and learning about this island and solving quests. Like one of the first things you find is this lighthouse, and you have to kind of figure out what's going on with the lighthouse. Why is it locked? And it's sort of Myst-like.
Are there like environmental puzzles in that game, or is it all painting?
Not yet. It's all been ultimately I solve everyone's problem by painting something for them. And it's not even like manual painting. It's kind of this thing where you put your camera on what you want to paint, hit a button, crop the edges around, and then it forms a painting.
Yeah, that's how painting works.
Yeah, I mean, if you're good enough.
Yeah,
you
no,
can
there's all
just
these
kind of-
services where you just like say, "Hey, send us a photo, and we'll put it on canvas."
We'll put your pet's dog on this pillow,
Yeah.
or
put
the
my,
fridge.
please put my pet's dog on this pillow or fridge.
Your pet's dog.
I gotta
on this-
say though, like,
Put my dog's dog up here.
yeah, I wish like separately. I wish it could be like removed from video games in a way, because when you said the game had Oblivion vibes, I was like, yeah, man, fucking Oblivion. I was like, oh no, like the game. I was like, I want to play more games with, like, I want to live my life.
You mean just like
more.
the concept of Oblivion?
Yes, the concept of Oblivion.
like the concept
not the game.
of the obliteration of
Yes.
existence and
Yes.
yeah. All right. I mean, I'd be down. I'm down with Oblivion vibes too. But yeah, Eastshade is just like Brad. You can attest to. It's a very chill out experience. The music is very calming. Everyone's voice is kind of soothing, and you talk to all the animal people, and they just talk at you like this.
Dude, the
Are
sheriff.
there more than just monkeys?
Yeah, the sheriff. Dude, the sheriff of the town is a bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, if you're gonna have an animal sheriff, bear is probably
Bear is
a
top
good-
tier.
a good choice.
There's elks and stuff, but yeah, it's cool. It's like it's a very chill out adventure puzzle kind of game that I don't normally go for adventure games, but something about how weird and also relaxing this one is really cool. You should check out a video on it if you are into those kinds of games,
Brave
because
enough.
it's also really pretty. Like there's a lot of foliage. It's a really vibrant island. A lot of colors and trees, and even in the island there's some diverse zones, like a snowy mountain range and a river and the beaches and that sort of stuff.
It's the kind of thing that I think of as like a weekend morning game.
Yes,
You know,
like have
So
a
it's
cup
like
of
you
coffee.
Wake up sleepy on Saturday morning. Don't feel like doing anything super ambitious. Just like, I'm gonna walk around this island and paint some pictures.
The last game I did that with was Oberdin, like before this one, and I feel like it's not like nearly as mysterious and like puzzle focused, but it's the same kind of low risk vibe. Like you're never gonna die. You're never gonna reach a fail state. You just chill.
It sounds like the opposite of Oblivion vibes.
Yeah, I guess it's like Oblivion vibes once you're max level in the world of Oblivion
Yeah.
and nothing can touch you.
You're saying life affirming is not something you're in the market for?
Hell no.
Hell
I can
no.
understand that. I keep mentioning it, but Astroneer has been that game for me for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
And I don't really talk about why, but somebody else should play that game here. Like, I think you should play it.
I've started it a couple of
Because-
times, but not
so-
since it got 1.0.
I 100% did the the Minecraft thing, the builder game thing
Yeah.
of like restarting it like 4 times because you fuck things up.
Oh yeah.
Or you didn't know how to do something efficiently. It's like I could do this better, and you just start over, or your save file gets corrupted, which happened once.
Sure.
But it takes a while. It takes like several hours of futzing around in the game before you really understand how the gear stuff works.
Yeah.
And everything like clicks and it gets super cool.
Hmm.
But at a point, you've got like dozens of like doohickeys in your base all connected up in different weird ways.
Yeah.
Like supplying power to stuff and like having a research farm going. And like you get out into the world and you find... It's fun to find the stuff, so I don't want to describe it too explicitly, but there's like puzzles out in the world that require you to like wire up setups to provide power to them in cool ways. And all
Yeah.
that stuff, like I said, it just has like a really like kids building set kind of feel to it.
I always like the look of it, and yeah, I think the last time I played it, I just had a lot of control trouble in terms of getting things powered and manipulating items,
Yeah.
and all that stuff wasn't very clear. So now that they've got like a proper tutorial in it and all this other stuff, like maybe I do want to give it another shot.
I mean,
someday.
there's definitely still plenty of stuff in there that is not made very clear.
Yeah.
Unless you get on the wiki and start reading about
well,
things.
that's a lot of
but that's fine.
That style of game of building and stuff. There is that
Yeah.
trial and error aspect. So
The Terraformer tool just seems like a really fun game mechanic.
Yeah,
thing.
that stuff is cool. I mean, it's a little fiddly.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard sometimes to like do exactly what you want to do. The developer actually mentioned briefly to me that that's something they are aware of and working on. So that stuff is coming. But I'm a sucker for games where you have tech that works. How can I explain this? Like it works one way in one context, and then if you slap it into a different context, it just works the same way in a way that makes sense. It's a lot easier to explain
it's
if I had the game
it's a world with rules.
Yes. So like things run off of power,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter if the power is coming from the generator in your base or a battery attached to your suit. Like you can slap a battery on your base and have it charge there, and then stick it on your suit, and then put like a work light that you normally would set up on the ground and tether to your base.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, stick that on your backpack, and it will still light up because it's running off of like the power
Right.
power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like these rules apply to everything in the game, and it's really
that's all cool.
flexible.
I think the problem for me was just like literally what buttons do I push to manipulate shit, and how do I make it go? Like I built something that's supposed to build things, and then could not figure out how to get the tethers and all
there's
that
a
stuff
huge
to
learning
work.
curve, and some of that stuff could be explained better.
Yeah.
Because you've got there's 4 tiers of printer, and there's no easy, quick reference to know which thing is made out of which printer. You just kind of have to dig back into the catalog every time you want to remember stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit obtuse, but it's got some cool ass concepts.
Cool.
Should check it out. Y'all got anything else?
Y'all ever have a very
Game-wise?
toxic relationship, and then you think you should just
All the
leave
time.
it, and then
Constantly.
you just keep going back to it
Yep.
for no reason?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's been me in like the last, for whatever reason, week with Kingdom Hearts 3
What did
again.
you
no.
do? What?
I
thought
beat
you,
it.
I thought you finished
Finish
it.
that?
I did.
What do you-
I don't know
what do you-
why I keep going back to it. There's not a lot of post game content other than like a couple like Gauntlet style battle gate type deals, but I just keep reading more about Kingdom Hearts and watching the same cinematics over and over again just to try and grasp the whatever concept of it that I have.
What have you learned? Game's been out for
How
like
about
6
yourself?
weeks. Let's just blow the doors open here. What is the secret of Kingdom Hearts?
I think I said a couple weeks ago that none of the in between games matter, but now I think none of the proper numbered games matter. And then I think it's
including 3.
no, well, three matters.
Oh, okay.
So you're
To an
basically
extent.
for now.
So basically,
For
you're getting the heaviest Oblivion vibes from.
Yes,
Kingdom Hearts.
yes. I am living in Oblivion. There's a bunch of keyblades flying everywhere. Oh man, it's so ballsy of them to just make the whole story in all these in between games that they didn't heavily advertise, and that if someone was jumping into 3 from 2, which is like a crap ton of people probably, and seeing all these people in animal masks and all these other people in hoods with X's in their names, It's just like, oh, what the fuck is going on? And then
Sure.
I don't know why I'm back in it. I think I'm just trying to get the last weapon, and then I'll leave. But who knows?
You say that now.
I say that now, and then
It's always going to be something.
Be your own final mix.
God, over 2, 3, 5, 8,
Yeah.
2.8. God,
But do you feel like you understand it?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Fuck, man. Fucking Sigma letters and Greek symbols messing everything up. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I've had to literally draw a chart for myself. It's like that Always Sunny in Philadelphia picture of Charlie and the red strings.
Yeah.
That has become my room.
Hmm.
It's terrible. My family hates me. But that's unrelated to Kingdom Hearts.
Well, yeah. That's well, in some ways.
You're right. You're right. It's
Directly
because,
related
yeah.
to others.
When do you think you'll be free?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I just need to delete the game off my PS4.
Trick question.
Or
You're
cleanse
never-
yourself
you're never
somehow.
free.
You're right.
Get it out of your system. How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't know. Play Pokemon or something.
Yeah. Hey, we got to talk later. I got some Pokemon I need to trade your way and then back into my.
No,
game.
it's not going to happen.
Come on, man.
Oh, no,
I need
no,
to
no,
get
no.
this Alakazam.
What's wrong?
Okay.
What's wrong with his Pokemon?
Well, I mean, I don't want Ben to complete his Pokedex.
They're all named after our favorite hedgehogs.
All right. That's all I've been playing.
Can you wipe a name when you trade Pokemon? Can you wipe a custom name?
Don't you dare. Unionana is my favorite. And don't you dare touch him.
You know I can't trade them back to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah. 'Cause trades are one way. So after you trade me something,
Yeah.
it won't go back to you. So I would have to nickname a Pokemon after your favorite hedgehog.
Wait, why can't you just give it back?
Because, it's trading is a one-way street. You have to commit to it.
No, it's
Don't be a
not.
no takesies backsies.
That's how you did it back in the day. You would
No,
go up
was
to your
it?
friend and say, "Give me the Alakazam," and then give it back.
Nah, that's not how it worked.
Oh, come on.
I swear it's just one way.
Well, yeah, it's one way, and then it's the other
You
way.
can't trade that Pokemon back to the original owner.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. It's dumb.
That has to be new.
I feel like that's been a thing.
Because I definitely had Alakazam and evolved Pokemon. I guess maybe you just traded.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
No.
Yes.
No, I've never remembered anything wrong about Pokemon. This is not how it happened.
I remember tons.
Yeah.
Okay, then. On that note, plenty more Pokemon to come. We're going to have to take a quick break and get ready for it. We'll be right back.
You know what? It's time to get on the internet. I don't mean surfing the web. I don't mean messaging your friends. I mean put your mark on the internet. Get out there. Start a website. Launch your passion project. Turn your dreams into realities. Squarespace makes it all possible. Whether you're looking to start a new business, showcase your work, publish content, sell products, and more, Squarespace is the tool for you. That's right. They've got beautiful templates created by world-class designers, and you can customize whatever you need. Just a few clicks here, a few clicks there. You can easily make a beautiful website all by yourself that does what you want it to do. Want to sell stuff? Hey, they've got powerful e-commerce functionality, and they've got analytics that'll help grow your site in real time. Get to see the numbers, tweak stuff, tweak it some more, look at the numbers some more, tweak it again. All that stuff. And it's optimized for mobile right out of the box. There's nothing to patch or upgrade ever. They handle all that stuff. So you can focus on what matters, and that's buying domains. It's never been simpler. And Squarespace's award-winning 24/7 customer support makes sure that you'll get the help that you need. Whether it comes to buying domains, customizing templates, whatever you're trying to do, Squarespace has your back. Do you know they empower millions of people? That's right. Designers, lawyers, artists. Hey, even restaurants and gyms, which are people now. That's right. They all are turning their great ideas into something real. And you can too. Head on over to squarespace.com/bombcast for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BOMBCAST to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/bombcast. Offer code BOMBCAST.
All right, this week in the news, there's only one topic on everybody's mind.
Hardcore. No, what?
Yep, that's right. Hardcore Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was thinking about
yeah.
different furry creatures. Oh,
I wasn't.
That's right.
God.
we gotta go fast to this leak of.
It's a brand book?
Yes. It's apparently a marketing firm working on the new Sonic the Hedgehog film, which is to release, I believe, in November.
What was a brand book? Like a style guide or
Kinda.
something? Or?
Yeah, it's like, who is this character? What does it look
Yeah.
like? What are the colors you would use if you were putting marketing around it? And like
They didn't even post the whole thing. They appear to have posted like snippets of it as part of their portfolio, basically just like here's a glimpse of what we do kind of
I
thing.
see.
Not even the whole thing.
yeah.
But it has given the internet their first look at the movie version of Sonic the Hedgehog.
And
I don't know. You tell me. What do?
I think he looks cute. I think he looks good. I've had some issues with him in the past, and
I
look,
think it should stop looking at me.
I think there was never going to be a way to make this realized version of Sonic something that the internet was not going to freak out about. There's no way to make a normal looking Sonic the Hedgehog because his character design is inherently fucked up.
Yeah.
He's got one big eye. So I agree that it shouldn't have been made at all.
I feel like the cartoon eye look, someone did a Photoshop that was like them bringing that one big eye thing back. And I think that was like, I looked at it and went like, oh yeah, that actually kind of, now it reads as Sonic the Hedgehog to me, whereas this just looks like a bootleg.
If you were to tell me like this was a new DreamWorks character, like if Sonic didn't exist.
Oh yeah,
and
totally.
This is
Yeah,
like,
no, this is like
Jimmy Quickfeet.
Absolutely, yes, Jimmy Quickfeet.
I'd be
This
like, hey,
looks
I'll go see Jimmy Quickfeet.
Fucking A, you will. Jimmy Quickfeet breaks the internet.
I mean, we've talked about like the weirdest part is to me is still the really sharply defined calves on this like
He goes
animal.
fast. He runs fast.
makes
Like there's a
logical
ton
sense.
of logical sense, but it's
Those are well defined.
it's
Look at him.
extremely hot, is what it is.
The picture of him pointing and wicking, though, as pointed out by the internet, does radiate extreme Gotenks energy, and
The
that's
pointing
my
at the,
one problem.
The pointing
Yeah.
at the camera one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I don't like that his hands aren't gloves.
Wait, are they not?
No, they're hairy.
What?
They're just hairy.
What?
What if he's wearing hairy gloves?
What do you? What?
They're
They're white.
It's his hands.
How could you?
I don't know.
Is this like when they made Spider-Man's web shooters organic?
Pretty much.
They have
It's the same
fundamentally
exact
fucked
way,
with
yeah.
the concept of the character in an unforgivable way.
Why aren't they gloves?
I don't know.
Because they're not gloves.
I don't-
They're his
don't-
hands.
They wanted to make this art just a little bit more deviant.
Oh, I see. Okay, I found one zoomed in or big enough that I can see exactly what you're talking about, and it's disgusting.
I just really like the slide that has his brand
personality.
accountability. Yeah, personality. Irreverent. Oh, finally.
Here's what I can make out from this tiny screenshot: irreverent and sarcastic, heroic and adventurous, confident and competitive,
Loves chili dogs.
All
Frequently
rolled into
says,
one.
"Did I do that?"
chill and likable, mischievous but not malicious.
See, those are all me. That's just these are
Yeah.
describing me.
That could be
Are you
anybody.
saying that you should be Sonic the Hedgehog? You should be voiced by Ben Schwartz?
Let's go get some chili dogs.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like Ben Schwartz at
Take
all.
me down to the chili dog city where Jim Carrey's there, and so is Gritty.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. You
Yeah.
sold me
Yeah.
on the whole
I,
movie.
dude, I think I want to go to Chili Dog City.
Yeah.
Sounds
I would.
alright.
I would. You know, I've been to Dog City, but not Chili
Yeah,
Dog
that's
City.
true.
I think that this Sonic the Hedgehog, this rendition of it, is extremely perverse and is for people to whack it to.
Okay.
Like the calves, the size of him,
Just
there's
wait.
there's something real. Like I said, there's something real deviant art about it.
You know what I realized? You know what's coming soon? Space Jam 2. You know what that means? Lola Bunny for a whole new crowd of perverts.
Finally.
Yeah.
The, like,
or
maybe
how
the
about the
quintessential-
same crowd of perverts?
Exactly. It's for both perverts old and new.
Yeah.
I mean that like
Two arms joined in the middle.
Space
Lola
Jam
Bunny
has to
written
be
over
one
the
of-
biceps.
one of the most influential furry films, really, like of
Maybe
that I can
yeah,
think of.
yeah.
You know, I probably awokened. That's not
There you go. Yeah.
awokened
You
a
woke
whole
him.
new urge inside of a lot of people, and so now Sonic's here doing it again. We're gonna get all the
Sonic's just the appetizer
Sonic,
for Space
yeah,
Jam 2.
exactly.
People are
The gateway
experiencing funny feelings they never felt before.
You don't think Barney did that from the get-go?
Oh God, no!
What? Barney's
Children and
Barney's
shit.
not a real animal.
Dude.
Dude.
It's just a person in a costume,
purple
like that in
dinosaur.
Sesame
That's not a-
Street.
That's-
Mm.
Barney's thick, but he's not sexy.
I don't want to talk about Barney's.
Yeah. No.
I just thought that a person in a costume would have awakened furry vibes in someone.
It's
Barney's not furry. He's fuzzy. Totally different.
The costume is furry.
Yeah. No, the costume's fuzzy.
It's fuzzy.
Are his hands fuzzy?
I don't know.
I haven't felt them. I hope I never do.
I need to burn my old Barney jammies now.
Were they fuzzy or furry?
Fuzzy.
Grimace.
Fuzzy.
Furry
Wow.
icon.
Now we're
Grimace.
talking.
You don't get much thicker than Grimace.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Who was based off
When
the
you
thickness
said
of the shakes.
Barney
The
is
shakes.
thick, I thought of I for some reason just envisioned Grimace instead of Barney. What I'm saying is that
That's
because
And
that's
you
an
were
age
silent
range
for a while,
thing.
too.
The age range thing. Grimace is my Barney.
Yeah, I mean he was
Corporate Barney.
cheeked up way before Thanos was even entered the picture.
Yeah, what the
This
fuck is that?
other
Yeah.
purple fucking pretender.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Did y'all see this shit going around recently?
I got a
about-
purple pretender, but it went off in my bag when I was going through security, and it was very embarrassing.
See this thing going around recently about how the original Grimace had like 6 arms?
Yeah, the original OG Grimace
He
is a
scared
fucking
children too
criminal.
much.
It's
so they had
horrifying.
they
I never
had
thought to look it up until now.
No,
this is,
original
God,
Grimace
this
is like a dark.
this is
there's
horrendous.
There's a
He's a Five Nights at Freddy's character.
Ugh. I'm not saying that the current Grimace is much better, but
current Grimace is fun. Current Grimace just is chill and likes to kick it.
Jay let out
and,
an audible gasp
and
at
loves to eat.
Old Grimace. It's so he could carry a lot of milkshakes.
Look at all those shakes. Hell yeah.
you know, I take it back. When looking at the original Grimace with these arms, these renditions that are on the internet, which I assume were official.
That seems fine.
Dude, he's so cute.
Yeah,
A lot of
This is
hands.
he's got a lot. Oh, okay, that is wrong.
Not so
Well,
fine
it's,
there.
it's that one. Oh.
That Mayor McCheese looks like it's been sitting out a little too long.
But Grimace looks fine.
Grimace looks like a spider with that many arms. I don't think that's a good. I don't. You know, you don't want a big spider.
Maybe
You don't want a
milkshake?
big spider.
I don't want a big spider. I don't
I'm
want a
just
small
saying,
spider.
Lots of arms can do lots of things. Think
Spider
about
shake.
it.
what kind of message are you trying to send about your food when one of your mascots is about making frowny faces all the time?
One of their mascots is about stealing. Like
true.
their brand is all over the
That's right.
place. On that
McDonald's
one.
is fast food for criminals.
Sometimes when I really get in that fucking mode, that when I'm really on and I'm really eating, when I'm really going for it,
Yeah.
there's a look on my face that I'm told can probably only be described as a grimace.
Okay,
but it's
fair.
because I'm so focused on the food. I'm enjoying myself. Honest,
Just doesn't look like it.
it just doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
As I'm forcing an entire pizza into my mouth as quickly as possible, it might not look like I'm having a good time. It might look like I've got a frowny face. But let me tell you,
Dude,
It's your
Active
most
grimace
natural
face?
state.
yeah, exactly.
Or like natural
Resting
grimace
grimace face?
Yeah, resting grimace
Right,
face.
yeah.
Okay.
If
I
I had
think
extra
Sonic looks
arms
fine.
to hold, yeah, Sonic looks fine, but not. It doesn't read as Sonic. It reads as bootleg Sonic. It reads as like fucking Herbie the Speed Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Has McDonald's ever done pizza?
Yeah.
That seems like the kind of
McPizza
thing they would-
exists in some.
Okay. Seems like the kind of thing they would have
locations.
like tried in a test market
that's
and
exactly-
didn't go well.
Yeah, I don't know that they've ever done a nationwide McPizza rollout, but I bet there are still some places where you can get it.
Still exist?
Probably.
I've read so many of those. Like, here's
Somewhere in the
10
Midwest.
fast food items
Yeah.
that you won't believe existed, and McDonald's pizza is always one of them. And it always says this was like widely considered to be one of the worst things McDonald's ever
Oh
did.
wow!
Yeah.
As of 2017, there is one McDonald's left that is still serving the McPizza.
Let's go.
Isn't that in Alaska?
No, that's where the last Blockbuster is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Pitbull ate the last McPizza.
Until recently, there were 3 McDonald's in the U.S. that were still selling the McPizza. One in Pomeroy, Ohio, another in Spencer, West Virginia, and a third in Orlando.
Of course.
Damn it.
They just
Orlando
don't
is a
get the
place
memo.
that I could have conceivably been to.
Yeah.
I'll go anywhere except Florida to eat a McDonald's pizza.
But somehow Florida makes the most sense as a place that would still serve the McPizza.
Yeah, Orlando is it.
Oh, Orlando's the last one?
That's what it. As of 2017, I can't. That was.
Let's go.
I can't say.
Let's enroll in Full Sail.
Okay. Get jobs at Iron Galaxy Orlando.
Yep.
God.
And
Start
then,
putting on
Yep.
a weekly
What?
wrestling show.
They
you
also
go.
serve pasta.
Oh.
Yeah, the
thanks.
test menu stuff gets weird fast. I don't know.
Huh.
Fettuccine al French fry.
Oh.
I would absolutely eat that.
Yeah.
I'm
Doesn't
tempting.
that sound good? Like a bunch of fries?
Well, wait, no, because it sounds like fettuccine with fries. I'm thinking fries with Alfredo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
that
want.
sounds-
Yeah,
That's what I'm
fettuccine al
pitching.
French fry, You've replaced the word
Right.
Alfredo.
Yeah, but
not
like,
the word fettuccine.
You know, like it's one of those things where the name reads wrong, but then I have a line under it.
Okay,
that
it says
what
you
the,
know what the fuck we mean.
It says the ingredients.
Stop being an asshole about it. You know what we mean.
That sounds really. Can we stop this so I can go make some French fry pasta?
Yo, I know a guy.
Okay.
The website, the link to the website for that particular Orlando McDonald's loads a blank page at this point.
Well,
So-
yeah, no individual
Doesn't bode
McDonald's
well.
needs a fucking website. What are you like? Oh, what's going on at ours?
Except the one at Market Street, there's a website that says, "Don't come
Don't
here."
come here.
I tried to walk in there
Do you
this
like
morning.
piss?
I tried to go for breakfast this morning, and there was 3 men in front of the door doing drugs, blocking the door.
Well,
And so I went next door to Lee's instead because I didn't want to say, "Pardon me, may I get past your drug party to get some McGriddles?"
Have you seen what's become of that?
hang on. Did it seem like they were having a party? Or were they just doing drugs? Did they have a grimace face? Were they happy about it? Were they truly
It's hard to
partying?
tell.
Okay.
Have you see what's become of that Subway on Second,
No.
where the incident occurred?
Yeah. Oh, it's a blue
It's
bottle
a
now.
super fancy high-end coffee place now, full of people
I want to
with
go
no idea
right-
what once happened in that space.
right where the register is where it happened.
Oh,
where I saw it
man.
happen.
You should print up a sign that says, "I saw a man masturbate here," and then just walk in and hold it up. I'm sure that they would really appreciate
Stand right
it.
outside
Historic-
of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Historic San Francisco marker.
Yeah.
On this spot on January 18th, 2016.
I smell a Benz lens.
All right. We'll go hit it up tomorrow.
Tight.
No amount of remodeling can
It's a shame, too, because I like blue bottle.
wipe away that.
I just don't think I could ever go there.
The article that linked to that Orlando McDonald's said that on the webpage, they referred to themselves as an Epic McD's.
Yeah.
So
Fucking fuck that.
that's where your McPizza is coming from.
Wubba-dub-dub-dub!
I got your epic McD right here. How about that?
Yep.
You like that?
Yep. It's good stuff. Top shelf material.
Thank you. Finally aged.
Last week, right around this time, publisher THQ Nordic was conducting an Ask Me Anything on the website 8chan.
Yay!
Smart.
That message board.
Yes. And as of
That
yesterday,
message board.
the co-founder and CEO of THQ Nordic has issued a statement, which I will now read in full. Statement regarding the recent AMA event to group employees, partners, and consumers. This letter is to offer my sincerest apologies and regret for THQ Nordic Vienna's interaction with the controversial website 8chan last Tuesday. I condemn all unethical content this website stands for. Even if no one within the THQ Nordic group would ever endorse such content, I realize simply appearing there gave an implicit impression that we did.
Yeah, sure did.
As co-founder and group CEO of THQ Nordic, I take full responsibility for all of THQ Nordic's actions and communications. I have spent the past several days conducting an internal investigation into this matter. I assure you...
It's him going door to door going, "What the fuck did you do?
Show me your internet history.
What the fuck did you do?"
I assure you that every member of the organization has learned from this week's past events. Or this past week's events. I take this matter very seriously, and we will take appropriate action to make sure we have the right policies and systems in place to avoid similar mistakes in the future. As a Swedish-based, fast-growing group, we firmly support equality and diversity. We are also working actively to combat discrimination, harassment, and misconduct. We are already in the process of developing new work processes based on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and using the Global Reporting Initiative standards, and we will accelerate this work going forward.
All right, everyone, thanks for showing up to the 1 o'clock meeting. So this is what we've learned from the 8chan AMA. I'm going to go ahead and write number 1. Don't host an AMA on a Nazi child porn website. Anyone else have anything?
I got number 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyone that steps in to comment about, like, you're misinformed about the website is like, of course you would say that.
No, they're not a website for those things. They can't control what their
It's just-
users.
it's not like.
What if it was on Reddit and somebody said something racist? Would you get mad at Reddit?
There was someone on last week's podcast that commented trying to like defend the site, and you click into their profile and you can kind of see like past moderation as staff. We can kind of see like, oh, how many times has this been moderated? Oh, moderated multiple times for homophobic contents. Weird.
Yeah,
Weird that would be the person going to bat for that site.
Ugh.
I saw a handful of people not defending 8chan in any way, but sort of like going to bat for the marketing guy
Like in what way?
That did
like
this, like,
sorry,
saying, like-
he's a dumbass.
saying like, oh, like they
oh,
shouldn't-
he doesn't know how the internet works.
like, oh, they shouldn't immediately just fire him. He made a mistake. Like he needs a chance to learn from this or whatever. It's like when you are the person in charge of the company's image, public image, having to disavow white supremacy and pedophilia
oh, jeez.
by the
good
close of business, like you may have committed a fireable
And
offense.
to me, the thing where it's like, oh, they didn't know what they were doing, but you could see that the Twitter account was liking posts by people replying and saying like, oh, people being a little sensitive.
I think that's
Sammy is
I think that's the thing where they're like, oh, of course we don't do this. Like, okay, yeah, maybe like as a corporate entity and,
Yes.
and the people at the top that were probably not even privy to this decision until it was blowing up all around them.
Yep.
Sure, I get it. Yeah,
But there's somebody at the ground
but
level,
there's
somebody
someone
with
in there
access
going
to
like,
that Twitter
oh
account.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm on this website all day anyway.
Now I'm
Might
getting
as well
paid
be
to
talking
do it.
about the games we're putting out. Like, yeah,
Usually I have to hide it.
So
yeah.
did they or did they not take back the shout out to Mark?
Oh, I don't
Mark
know.
could not be reached for comment.
The whereabouts of Mark are currently unknown.
That'd be the first thing I'd roll back on.
As are the whereabouts of the guy who did the AMA, I guess.
Yep.
Don't seem to know exactly what happened to him, but
God, what a dumb move.
the guy who runs the company seems to have understood how grave an error this was.
but only too late.
Kind of came up at the beginning of the show already, but Respawn got out there and basically kind of offered some stats on the first month of Apex Legends, including 50 million people have played the game.
Yo, fuckload
Wow.
of people playing
Kind
this.
of a lot.
Yeah.
The weird thing, and I well, it's weird, but also I get it. It makes sense that people would do this because people are nothing if not staunch defenders of the corporations they love.
Yes.
It was like people were pointing out, like doing charts and stuff, saying like, "Hey, that's actually like significantly more people than Fortnite had at this time," and just like like fairly factual stuff that anyone with half a brain looks at it and goes like, "Well, yeah, it's a pretty different climate then. Like, I bet Apex would not have done as well if not for the success of Fortnite."
Right.
Exactly.
But like people going out of the way, well, it's not the same because Fortnite did this and did it. It's like the people being super fucking defensive about it in a way that's just like, relax.
Yep.
Fortnite's doing fine.
Yeah.
No one's out there going like, oh, Fortnite's fucking dead. It's just
It's almost
like, of course people are doing it.
It's almost
but-
like people internalize the products they love as parts of their core identity and then feel personally offended.
It happens.
When you say bad things about them.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's also like a little bit of, there is a huge backlash amongst the hardcore PC people against Fortnite. You see a lot of like PC focused
Sure, yeah.
subreddits that are
No,
like
that's-
this little kiddie game
Yeah,
with the
no,
dabbing
dude,
and the other stuff.
I have been 100% that person before. Like, but the opposite way of like, casual games for adults like Myst. Fuck that shit. Like, that was the hill I tried to die on.
And like I agree that you shouldn't get upset about what other people say about a video game that you like, but like just it's so easy to be so reflexively defensive because it's so easy to be
Because the
just,
internet's
like,
a nightmare.
generally
Because
attacked.
that's the internet leaves everyone always on guard all the time for like any fucking slight, perceived or otherwise.
Kind of feeds into another story. I thought we were going to cover it up here on that.
Would you say that stuff was going on to the same degree before Apex came out, or has that like are you like have people turned on Fortnite since Apex came out? I guess that's really what I'm curious about.
I mean, like it's very like circumstantial, but I feel like there's been a general anti-Fortnite because there's going to be an anti whatever the most popular thing is in the world, just because it's the most popular thing in the world. But a kind of a general like, it's not a real PC gamer game like what I like, and then Apex was just an excuse to be like, look, this one's cool because it's got, I don't know, whatever cool guy stuff is in that. That's not. It doesn't. It doesn't have dabbing. It doesn't have the dances.
Yes.
That's always the thing that the like anti-Fortnite people. These little kids like to do dances now, and it's ruining America because kids do Fortnite dances all the time. It's like, fucking, you were doing the Macarena with me 10 years ago, like a dumbass.
You fucking know all the words to Pac-Man Fever. Suck a dick.
what's wrong with that?
That's what my T-shirt says.
Yeah.
That's all the lyrics to Pac-Man Fever, and then the back says it's suck a dick.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like in like 8 different fonts as you go down.
Yeah. 8 different languages. Yeah. I know all the words to Pac-Man Fever.
In 8 languages.
Also, Epic has gotten out there This was not after the 50 million player stat hit. I believe this was a bit before that. Talking about their own concurrent players.
Oh yeah.
Saying like, yeah, we just set a new record for concurrents that we had over 7.5 million playing.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
On a random day, not an event day, just an average day.
That was so they could differentiate it from that Marshmallow concert thing
Yeah.
they did.
Yes.
Like, whatever, man. Fortnite is still fucking doing a lot of really crazy and cool shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that's.
And even PUBG is still crazy popular. Like people
Yeah.
like to say, "Oh, Apex is gonna be the one and it's killing everything else." It's like even PUBG, which was very small compared to Fortnite, still has like 800 something thousand concurrent right now on Steam. It's still number 2 on Steam. Like
Yeah, it's
it's got a crazy high user base in China still. Like neither of those other games, Fortnite or Apex, hasn't really penetrated the Chinese market, which is like one of the most valuable markets right now for gaming.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And, you know, we'll see how that stuff does as it goes there and all that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's fascinating, and I think that the information that like, hey, Apex is like accruing players at a faster rate than Fortnite did, like, is really interesting.
Yeah.
But also, like, yeah, it's something that like more people know what a battle royale game is now.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, the market
it
is
makes
primed
sense.
for
yeah,
that type of
exactly.
game
The market is primed for that, like the next thing to come along.
because of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I think I told that story of one of my first Apex games with randos. It was like a little kid explaining the game to the other guy in the squad, like their friends. He's like, "It's like a battle royale, but this one doesn't have any building."
I played like
What
two,
if it did? What if that was like season 2?
Well, I
Building.
mean, fucking Fortnite is adding the respawn beacons and
Really?
something else. They're adding another thing straight up from Apex.
They had a grappling hook first.
They
just
did
gonna
have
say.
a grappling hook first. But like Fortnite is straight up just like, yeah, we're gonna put that in our game too. Oh, the pinging. They're adding like a pinging system
Oh,
like
wow.
Apex
Fortnite?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
cool.
already, I think it's already in there.
Oh yeah.
pretty
So
sure.
like just
Yeah, I mean that's what World of Warcraft did. You know, anytime any MMO came out that had like, oh, public quests or this, or like when Warhammer Online came out and it did, you know, a couple of cool new things, it didn't take long for WoW to be like, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna refine that and put it in here.
Yeah, we
too.
got it too.
Yeah.
it's funny too because
No reason to jump ship.
Fortnite did that with the whole premise of their
that's-
game.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, oh, that's Battle Royale is popular. Oh, we got that too. Yeah, I guess it kind of always was that way. It's dark.
I played like 2 matches of Apex on the PS4 the other day, and I ended up with a like prepubescent kid in my squad who was just talking nonstop
Oh,
on the
yeah.
mic.
Was
I
he
had-
streaming?
I had the volume way down. I mean, he was literally like high pitched voice. Like he might have been. I don't know. I assume he was just sort of emulating streamers. I had the volume down enough that I could not really hear what he was saying. I could just. It was just like constant internal monologue.
Yeah.
And like I'm not like telling him to shut up or whatever, but I'm sitting there playing. I'm just like, it's okay, kid. I get it, kid. Trying to play the game here.
Yeah. Oh, were you actually talking back to him?
No.
Or-
I'm
okay,
just
yeah.
thinking to myself like, yeah, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
We last like maybe through the initial skirmish.
Mm-hmm.
So like 3-4 minutes into the match, we get to the tally screen, and I'd hear him clearly say, "Oh, I got 5 kills." I'm just like, fucking what? Like, I don't know that I've ever gotten 5 kills in one match before, and this like
Yeah.
random ass grade school kid rambling
Hey.
to himself
That's right.
killed 5 fucking people
Fucking A, man.
in maybe less than 5 minutes. At the
I
time.
got 5 kills.
It was
the,
very
the,
humbling.
The last game I won, I got 5 kills.
Yeah.
That was and that felt like a lot.
yeah.
Yes, for sure. All right, Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They announced the lineup.
It's exciting.
Is there anything to talk about besides the Smash Brothers thing?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Yeah, there's lots of anime stuff.
should probably talk-
Showdown kinda
it's
came
an
out of
interesting-
nowhere.
it's a really
Yu-Gi-Oh's
interesting
on there.
lineup.
Yeah,
I think this is personally one of my most anticipated lineups. So yeah, the kind of the standout story was, which I feel like honestly, if you could have seen this coming, and I think I predicted it this way, but there will be Smash Ultimate. There's no Melee.
I mean, that's the whole reason I even heard about this. Like, it's
yeah.
the thing people are mad about.
And I feel like you're going to see a lot of people upset about this compared to any other, like, Marvel 3 didn't make it back or whatever, because Melee it's such an isolated part. Like the diehard Melee scene
They
such an
only play
isolated
that,
part.
and yeah.
Like not even there's a huge consistency. I would say like 50+% of them not even gonna play Ultimate, right? It's just like Melee only, not even Smash only. Just like this is our game, and you don't really have that for a lot of other, because like if I really liked Marvel 3, I probably also had a little bit of passion for Street Fighter or another
Sure,
game, and
yeah.
I was already gonna go to Evo anyway. But like for a lot of people, this was their one game. They weren't gonna go for anything else. A couple of my friends, same way. So yeah, there was a bit of a like outcry from hardcore Melee players, but honestly, like I don't know, they had 5 years. There were 5 Melee Evos, which is crazy because most games, like that's more than a lot of games get. Your Street Fighter 4, Third Strike, Marvel 2, all those games probably had, I don't know, 6 or 7 each. But then beyond that,
More, yeah.
that's a lot of game. That's a lot of Evos for a 21, 22-year-old game.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that they're just, kind of drawing the line and moving forward and trimming down, because it does allow for other games to take that center stage, like fucking Samurai Showdown.
Yeah.
Like that game isn't even
Do you have
out
the list,
yet.
Brad?
Yes.
But more importantly, I think like Uniel, I think is
Yeah.
like my big surprise and the one that I'm most excited for, because there's been this small like groundswell just like continuously growing.
Oh, you mean
behind
Under
that
Night
game.
in Birth EXE
EXE
late?
latest.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been steadily growing. And
There's a scene here in the office growing around it that's pretty cool.
Who makes
like,
that?
Soft Circle French bread.
Yeah, French bread.
I'm sorry, what?
The Melty Blood people.
No, it's not.
Huh. Now I've heard of Melty Blood, but
Right.
Yeah.
That's really they've made a couple other things,
I mean,
but
French bread's pretty good.
yeah. Hey, and so is Uni.
All right, I'll just read the list before we talk more about the Smash stuff. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
That's
Dragon Ball Fighters.
one of our favorites from last year. Yeah.
It's cool to see Dragon Ball coming back for a second year.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 11. Samurai Showdown. Will that be out by then? Or is this
They
gonna
haven't
be,
said.
or is that going to be like a pre-release, like a
I looked up the
preview
date and it
thing?
still just says 2019.
Huh.
It's an official game. It's not just an exhibition.
Yeah, it's been weird
So I
though. They
would
have done
assume
stuff
that-
with like Tekken 7. I
Yeah.
think wasn't out in the U.S. It was only in like Japanese
That's
arcades or something. But I don't think
and they still
Samurai
had it.
Showdown is going to be like that. I can assume it's going to be out by then.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate like an arcade release for
No.
that or
No.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be there. Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5, Smash Ultimate, Tekken 7, and Uniel?
Yep.
Is that how you say it?
That's how I say it.
Unist.
What is stopping Melee players from moving to Ultimate? Is there a legitimate like technical reason? Or is it just tradition?
It's. I mean, it doesn't play the same. You know, there's more stuff you can do compared to Smash 4. A lot of people like it better than Smash 4. There is a good chunk of people that didn't get into Smash 4 that are getting into Ultimate just because they feel like it feels a little better. But yeah, it doesn't have, like wave dashing is the thing, and like certain like dash dance moves, and it's just like it's a feel thing. It's like how this game. It's not tight in the same way that they like Melee. And, they've spent, I can't speak for all Melee fans, but like just going off my friends who play a lot of the game, they spent the last 20 years with this game. The fact that like a lot of them don't even play, like, it's like, oh, hey, let's go play Uni. We're going to try and learn Unist, and so like a couple of us did, and some of the guys are just like, I don't even like other video games. Like, I just play Melee because I played it in college with all my friends, and then I found a local scene post-college. It's like, they're not even gamers. They don't even, like, my friend, his most recent console is a GameCube. And he plays Melee on it, and that's really it. Like, he likes board games and shit, but, there's going to be that crowd that never move on. Like, I bet there was a fair amount of people who never moved on from Third Strike. They were, like, probably older and tried out the new games and said, this isn't for me. I'm just done with fighting games, and stopped.
I can see it.
It's
tempting
but
to-
it's like the thing I would say is like, if they get to that point and they're like, oh, that's not for me, and then stop, I don't know that I would then have the expectation that this 20-year-old game continues to have a spot at like the premier fighting game.
That's probably where
that's the part where it gets a little.
That's probably where it breaks down for me. Like it's tempting to look at this and just kind of roll your eyes, you know, because like whatever, just play the new game. But then I think back and like, yeah, I'm the guy that thought Quake 2 was nowhere near as good as Quake 1.
Sure, yeah,
because
I
of
would rather
physics
play
changes.
NFL Blitz 99 instead of NFL Blitz 2000.
Right. So I get it, but yeah. But
Yeah,
then,
it would
but
be
then,
crazy
like,
for you to be like, DreamHack needs to like not move past this game.
Yeah, that I think is the part
that
where
is
you
where
just
it
go
crosses
like,
the line.
what? How? You know, like all these clips of Twitch streams of people of Melee players watching the announcement and just slowly going head into hands and stuff.
You know, it's their livelihood.
Yeah, it totally. You
like
know, like
when
professional
all those
players and,
HOTS people lost
right.
out, like it was a bummer because it was like, yeah, this is what I've made major life decisions around this game, and like, you know,
That's
it,
you know,
it's
like,
maybe ultimately
and
a bad idea.
Heroes
but
of the Storm was a game that was ostensibly being actively supported and all this other stuff. Like I could understand that in the current.
well, Melee
like,
has a ton of sponsor money around it, and like,
but only because there are players there, right? Is that, you know, like it's not, you know, Nintendo isn't out there going like, oh yeah, please play this hacked up version of Melee that we don't sell.
yeah.
So it would, I guess like if you were still making major life decisions around a 20-year-old game, like I feel like, you know, it shouldn't be a surprise.
You knew the risks.
That
You should have known the
risks. You should have known the
risks.
risks. At some point, this stuff's gonna change.
And they might have, you know, and there's still going to be Melee tournaments. Like,
Right, exactly.
I said this to my friends when they were kind of complaining that there wasn't going to be Melee at EVO. Like, really good games never die. Like, Marvel 2 just had one of its biggest tournaments in the last 10 years. Like, I don't know, in November or something, there was a huge Marvel 2 tournament. Like, there's still scenes for old games. There's going to be a Melee scene forever.
And there will
Like,
be
as long
people
as there's
playing
people willing to
Melee
play
at
it.
EVO.
Yes.
Just not in the
totally.
main 9 games.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You got any, so they didn't announce finals day. They don't usually do that till the event's much closer. You got any
Predictions?
So I think it's safe to assume Dragon Ball and Street Fighter.
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't think Samurai Showdown's gonna make, you know, finals like Sunday.
No.
I wonder if Unio will.
Yeah, I
I don't
assume one
think
of the
Soul
two
Calibur
anime
will.
games will.
any chance?
Soul Calibur almost seems like a strange inclusion.
Yeah, that
in
to
a
me I
sense,
think is outside of Uni being the most surprising. I think Soul Calibur is the most interesting because that's never even
yeah.
like past Soul Caliburs have never had a huge scene around them.
MK11 probably not going to make it.
I think it might.
It's like
I think
Sunday,
this
you mean?
one.
It's the
might.
new. It's like the
Yeah.
first. Whenever they have a first like NetherRealms a new NetherRealms thing that's like big, it's usually in the finals. I think it's going to be MK, Dragon Ball, Street Fighter,
Tekken.
and either Uni or Cross Tag
What'll be
I don't see either of those making it
or
to Sunday.
Ultimate. Like,
I think-
Ultimate's new.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of
Ultimate will
Ultimate
be-
players.
I'll bet you also will be finals. I'm 50-50 on MK because they've got just a shady relation, not a shady relationship, but kind of a touch and go relationship with NetherRealm games at EVO.
Yeah, that's true.
Am I right in assuming the last game on the schedule is considered like the big game?
No,
Yes.
the last game on the schedule is considered the Street Fighter game.
Well, that's what I meant.
It kind of always is.
That's what I meant. Like, is it going to be Street Fighter?
Yeah,
That's
Yes.
been
just because Capcom has such a relationship with Evo now.
Yeah, I guess so.
that
It's just like not only was Street Fighter V seemingly underwhelming to a lot of people, but it's also kind of oldish at this point.
it is
So,
oldish.
like,
It has been like
they're still making
or just I
changes
just don't
to
see a
it,
lot of people
like-
talking about it.
But like
No.
everyone enters Street Fighter, right? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know, it's still that kind of common game that even if you're
Though
going
I
for
think
some other
Dragon
game,
Ball
yeah,
is
but you-
gonna get
do-
more
That's why I was
Yeah,
asking.
do you think it will in the end?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Dragon Ball is going to be more exciting. I think it's going to get more entrants, but I think just because of the history of Capcom and Evo and the history and what we're seeing recently of like rights questions and stuff around Dragon Ball, like
Yeah.
there was a very small chance that we weren't going to see this game at Evo. It wasn't
Well,
at
I
even
mean,
Japan.
presumably they did business to make this happen,
Yes.
which then makes you wonder: did they do business to put it on last? Also,
I don't know. I think it'd be a nice surprise if we got a non-Capcom game as the headlining game. I think that would definitely send a message to Capcom saying like, "Yo, Arxis has stepped the fuck up on the fighting game front. If you guys want to be back where they are now, you need to do the same."
Mm-hmm.
check it out, Street Fighter 6.
What?
Okay.
No,
All right,
they,
yeah.
That's my idea.
There's
I
always
would buy
cool-
that game.
There's always cool announcements around Evo, and Capcom always has the worst one. It's always just
Sometimes,
like,
It
yeah.
always leaks, and then it's still somehow underwhelming on top of being
Oh,
leaked.
Jesus.
What was
Oh,
it last
God.
year? It was the guy.
Did they do
Negan.
the live action G last year?
I want to say it was G last year.
Oh God, that was the worst.
and then Abigail the time before that,
Yeah.
I think.
Capcom's non-fighting game stuff has been doing gangbusters
Yeah,
the last
Totally.
couple
They're
years.
doing really great.
Everything that's not a fighting game that they've been doing is
I'm sure,
great.
like as they, are this many years into Street Fighter, it's probably done okay over
I'm
its
sure it's
lifetime.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm just more about the public narrative than
Yeah, I mean, it
Sure.
doesn't have cool season passes like DOA 6 does, but what are you gonna do?
Oh my God. $96?
$93. It's like 62 costumes and 2 players.
Oh well then. Okay.
Yeah, 2 characters.
That sounds like a bargain.
And
a
there's
bunch
go-
of them are wedding outfits.
But they also mentioned they can also release stuff that
Yes.
not part of the
There's
season.
like, hey, we might also sell stuff that is not part of the season pass during the season pass time frame.
That stuff is far more disgusting to me than the jiggly boobies
Yeah.
or anything. It's just the amount of DLC that they have.
Well,
for that
it's,
game.
they represented up front like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be as sexy as it was in years past. You know how the Americans blah
Hey,
blah 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 blah.
I bought it for a
anyway.
little while.
I mean, look,
Please
I wanted to
buy
believe-
bikini ass costumes.
I mean, Dead or Alive is the train simulator of fighting games,
yeah,
so
Definitely.
I think it makes sense.
He was
and
in
I-
Germany.
And I noticed that DO6 is not on the Evo roster.
there's games that inspire me to run a train. I know it's DOA 6.
Okay.
I'm a fighter.
All aboard!
All right. Then.
Guilty Gear's not on there either.
Is that-
Speaking of Arxis games,
Is that a surprise? Or
kind of a surprise.
It's old.
It's a little bit older, but I still think it's very popular. It's
Do you know?
It's interesting because of some of the newer upstarts, like the Uniel, like
Yeah.
the Samurai Showdown.
I assume the Samurai Showdown thing has to be a business deal.
Yeah, for a game that's not out yet.
Very well-
I would assume.
Very well could be, but I don't know. Like I don't think they're in the habit of making those kinds of business deals.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't know that we would have a Uniel because it's not like French bread loaf French.
Well, yeah, I'm not
that
saying
has a ton of
every.
cash.
I'm not saying every. If you want to be in the 9, you gotta buy in. But
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of just like we scratch your back, you scratch ours for some of the other games. Do you know if that Grand Blue, the next Arxis
Fantasy,
game,
yeah.
is coming out before Evo?
I think so. I'm not positive though.
Okay.
I believe fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be interesting to see if that's coming soon and not included.
Yeah.
Because
And that's not to say that there won't be some sort of like exhibition or something for a game like that.
this is like the first
Yeah.
big new Arxis game that aside from Cross Tag Battle, which was like here's some other Arxis games in one
I'm
since
excited the cross tag battles
Guilty
on there.
Gear.
Yeah, I guess so.
Been a long time.
We should go to Evo.
really cranking them out
I
over
love
there.
Evo. It's big.
So
Jan,
here- so
It's
here.
big.
It's big.
It's huge.
It's very big.
Yeah. A lot more people playing ARMS than I thought there'd be.
Somebody's playing everything.
You're right.
Yeah.
Name a game, somebody is there somewhere.
Some was
Best
money
of
matching
best.
for it. Some for best of best
Martial
money matches.
Masters.
He enters.
We should
Him
have
and
a
Jamie Lee Curtis.
we
Like
should have a
celebrity-
ranking of fighters gauntlet where it's like you have to play through a match of every one of these
play through
games.
the top 60 fighting games. Of all time.
Somebody go to Evo and find the Way of the Warrior scene.
Ooh, yeah.
got
It's
it.
right next to the Fist of Fire set room.
Or we just start that scene.
Yeah.
There you go.
We should do a ranking of fighters money match room. Oh my god.
It's just you spin a roulette wheel and whatever
Yeah.
number it lands on is that game.
Yeah.
There you
But you put the money up ahead of time.
Yeah, oh yeah.
go.
We should have a booth and we sell lab coats.
We'll monogram them there for
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
Themed joysticks.
Maybe I could get one of those lab coats.
No.
I mean,
The money's not there.
yeah. It's just,
We'll see how things.
Real lack of
Work
grant
out after
money
Evo.
all of a sudden.
yeah.
I mean, we got to go to Evo. That's expensive.
Yeah, we spent a lot of the grant money on.
Because to sell merch, you have to buy the merch ahead of time,
Right.
Ben. So we
Yeah.
bought all the lab coats
Yeah, so
already.
we're in the hole pretty deep.
What's new,
on
Brad?
lab
What's going
coats.
on in the news?
We threw the rest of the grant money on black.
And did you win?
Green, 0-0.
Oh,
You really got fucked on that one.
Ouch. That hurts. Not as much as the new sort of front mission game, though.
Sword. You sounded like you said
What?
Sword of Front Mission. And I was
Sword
like,
of Front
yeah.
Mission.
Oh.
That would be way better than this.
Don't call it that, man.
It's kind of a front mission game. It's just
No.
kind of a spin-off.
Yeah. Like in name only. Like,
Yeah, it's called Left Alive. I noticed it a few months ago on the schedule. I was like, oh shit, they're making a new front mission? And then
Yeah,
like,
and
oh no, it's
that
not.
cover art is very, Metal Gear.
Yeah, Yoji Shinkawa did
Yeah.
the art, so it looks like a Metal Gear ass game.
I've heard a
Uh,
song sounds exactly like.
Yeah, dude, they put out some gameplay footage a week or two ago that sounds an awful lot like a Metal Gear Solid game.
What's Front Mission?
It's a mech game. It's a
Okay.
mech strategy game
Like a turn-based
series.
traditionally.
Yeah, like a turn-based. I
They've
think
had a couple offshoots, but yeah, traditionally, turn-based RPG. Very, very good.
the mechs.
series.
The mechs are called Wanzers.
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 Yeah, that's right.
Wanzers.
Uh,
Wanzers?
I don't know.
Wanzers.
It's like W. Panzers.
Walking
Yes.
Panzers.
Walking Panzers.
There you go.
That's good.
This is not that at all.
Okay.
It's like a third-person stealth action game.
Oh,
Weird.
Not surprisingly. Anyway, whatever. Like, we knew it was coming out this week. We figured we would have somebody check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out in Japan last week, I believe. About a week ago, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but woof.
Apparently not going well
It's getting
for that game.
drummed.
It's
getting
already-
drilled.
It's already half off on Amazon Japan. Sounds like the user reviews are savaging it.
I really want to see this thing.
Also, Square Enix blocked streaming of it.
Yeah.
Oh, right after the fact,
Yes.
they patched
After
in
the
like, oh, can't
It
stream
came out. It came out. I mean, this is only through the PS4, right? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, they can't do it everywhere.
Sure.
It came out with just the cutscenes blocked for streaming, and the rest of the game was fine. But yeah, they have since updated the game after release
that's
to
a
prevent
good
you
look.
from streaming any of it through the PS4.
I wonder if they sent it out to anyone in the States ahead of release.
Yeah,
'Cause
we-
as a
yeah.
result of it, I assume that because of how it's being received over there, that they
We
any
certainly
plans
did.
they had to send it out, they were like, oh, actually, let's just not.
Yeah, we didn't get it. Would definitely have seen other press going, "Hey, did anybody get this game early?"
Yeah.
It's out today.
From the publishers of The Quiet Man
That's right.
comes.
Uh huh.
Quiet Man's on sale right now.
Oh,
$7.
really?
No, I'm good.
You better believe I get tagged when that game's on sale on Twitter.
Yep. Me too. Anyway, be wary of Left Alive, I guess.
Yeah.
It's out on Steam and PS4
Yeah.
today.
I believe we'll be doing something with it
Yes.
in the
Yes,
near future
the
here.
Metal Gear expert will be taking a look at it. Peggy, the European Ratings Board.
Peggy 13.
Yep.
Peggy 18.
That's them. That's the one. They briefly put up and then took down a listing for a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered. What's the title?
Yeah, this is something that's been kicking around for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
This was something that we thought was going to come out last year based on some leaks and rumors. So seeing it resurface again, like, I don't know if that's something that, maybe they put out alongside this year's game, or it's a separate release or whatever. But like, Modern Warfare 2 campaign has been kicking around for a while. The thought was maybe like, especially as the Black Ops 4 story unfolded and you realized like, oh, there's no campaign there. You're like, oh, okay. Well, they'll just put out Modern Warfare 2 Remastered,
That's right,
and that will be the campaign for Call of Duty this year.
Had there been any leaks about it back then?
Yeah,
Last year?
yeah.
Okay.
And then the leak said like, oh, it's going to be campaign only, and you're like, well, what the fuck?
Well,
Like, come on,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I wonder if that has anything to do with how the first remastered went.
Well,
Where maybe they saw that cannibalizing
well, they
the player base of the new game.
right, but then the way they sold that first one was they didn't sell it separately for a good long time.
Yeah, that's true.
So you had
but
you
if
had to
you're-
buy the expensive version.
But if
of-
they're pushing a bunch of microtransactions through the multiplayer of the new game,
Right.
and everybody's busy playing the old game,
yeah.
that's a problem.
Well,
them.
with this being a campaign-only game,
Yeah,
that's maybe more of a problem because Modern Warfare Remastered actually was kind of ahead of the curve on the Call of Duty microtransaction train. Like a lot of the stuff that they do year in, year out, like I feel like a lot of it was like kind of test bedded there or really like
Does it have
blown
crates?
out there. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And all that shit.
Okay.
Like all the stuff they then have patched into Black Ops 4 recently
Right.
is stuff that they have done in Call of Duty in years past, and they just like those updates just made it more like that.
Yeah.
The timed operations and all the additional gear and weird stuff where like, oh, we did a shillelagh for St. Patrick's Day, and better buy some loot crates, you know, like all that shit. So doing a campaign only, like it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have the business potential that a multiplayer one would have.
Sure. Also, Activision came out and said that the new Call of Duty this year will have a campaign.
Right.
So,
but what if this is the campaign?
No.
I don't know.
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, if that was the case,
they
shouldn't. If that was the case, they wouldn't have to rate it separately, right?
Yeah, unless they plan to also sell it separately or something. But yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I said, this has been kicking around for a long time now, so it's hard to know what state any of this is in.
Like, I don't know where this fits. I don't know why it's getting rated now.
Yeah, unless it's something that they put out kind of off cycle, like next month or something. There's like, hey, it's out now, you know, or maybe it's a pre-order bonus for the next game or something like that. So it is technically a separate deal.
Remember No Russian?
Yeah. That was a powerful game when it came out.
Yeah.
You know, for all the shit that I think it gets now and for what, you know, the way people talk about that franchise now, like Modern Warfare 2 at the time was fucking pretty wild.
Is that the one that ends with the knife fight?
They kind of all did.
That's fair.
Which one ends on
This
the
one was in the
bridge?
desert.
I think that's this one.
No, 4.
No, is that 4?
Yeah, because I played
okay.
through 4
Yeah.
remastered, and that one ends on the bridge.
Yeah.
I want to say this one ends in the desert. Isn't it like you and the bad general guy throwing knives at each other in the desert?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
And then Modern Warfare 3 is the fight in the like collapsing building or whatever.
Sure.
Did
Yeah.
that fight Kevin Spacey?
No, that was
Advanced
Warfare.
Okay.
where you
Warfare,
knife fight
which
Kevin Spacey.
that got awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, probably not that far off from a Call of Duty reveal, right? At this point,
Fuck, man. I guess it's
couple months.
Yeah, it's March, huh?
I mean, E3 is like 3 months away.
Oh man.
So
Wow.
14 weeks.
That's cool.
Mm.
That's, you know, I would love to hear more about new and upcoming video games and video game technology. So I'm ready, man.
Yep. As opposed to old and declining technologies.
I'm also into that.
Well, yeah, sure. Maybe not all of them though.
No, I have my limits.
I think we talked about this when they announced it, although they didn't even really announce it last year. They just kind of like randomly mentioned it in an interview. But the last PlayStation Vita has rolled off the production line.
No.
Pour one out.
Yep.
RIP
Good night,
to a
sweet
real
prince.
one.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that's it. Period.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's it for manufacturing.
Okay.
I think they were all. I would assume they were all being made there.
And there was talk of like, what is it? Like game production stops at the end of March. Is that what it is? Like physical cards?
No, that already happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Also, that reminds me they stopped putting PS3 and Vita games on the Plus, like monthly free games.
It was pretty much
Just
simultaneous,
recently, yeah.
like the announcement that they were stopping production
Yeah.
and the first month that there were no PS3 or Vita games as part of the PlayStation Plus offering.
Kind of weird seeing that list only being 2 games now.
They were bangers this last time, but
Yeah.
It's
I doubt they'll be able to keep that up.
I mean, it's The Witness and Modern Warfare Remastered this month. Like that's not a bad lineup.
Right.
And Modern Warfare Remastered kind of should be free for how fucking thickly monetized it is all over the place. Like, you know, they probably want to get that in more people's hands.
Yeah.
It's a good game. Modern Warfare Remastered. Yeah, those are both. Yeah.
But I don't know. There are so many PS4 games now. Feels like maybe if they had said like, "Hey, here's a third indie game," to pad this list out a little bit.
Well, you know, they probably, you know, if they are only paying developers based on the number of people going in and hitting yes, add this to my account.
Yeah.
I know I didn't do that for a lot of the PS3 and Vita games most months.
Yeah.
Like I forgot about that. So, you know, that's money that they're not having to spend. So it's not a 1-to-1 cost thing probably, but what does Microsoft do? It's like they switch out like on weird intervals.
Yeah,
it's like 2 weeks. It's
not
like
a-
2 games every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not a monthly thing.
Yeah.
I think they still refer to it as like, here's the games for March. Or whatever,
Or
but
there's
yeah,
like there'll be like one game that goes the whole month, and then one that's like 2 weeks, and then
they,
2 weeks.
They come
or
and go
it's-
at weird times.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with. Like I missed a lot of those for that reason.
Yeah, sometimes that almost seems deliberate. Like, hey, if we make this just shifty enough, people will forget. Or I don't know. It's
It's just like Microsoft points all over again.
Oh god,
They gotcha.
Bing rewards. Come on, man.
No.
Bing it.
I see people talking about basically getting free Game Pass in perpetuity through Bing rewards.
A lot
Apparently-
of surveys, man.
Apparently, if you're willing
Yeah.
to fill out a lot of surveys and do a lot of searches and weird shit, you can kind of just
I can
keep
see
getting
it.
Game
I
Pass.
switched to Firefox a while back.
Yeah,
and-
hell yeah.
Yeah, and because it has that Facebook container. I was like, that seems like a good thing for starters.
They have generally better privacy stuff than.
It's fine.
Chrome.
It seems like a good browser. It's fast.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it at all. But it defaulted to Bing,
Yeah,
and so I started binging it up.
I've been binging.
I bing hard.
Whoa.
I go back and forth between Bing and GoDuckGo
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
from when I really need to.
Oh yeah,
you know,
when you're really looking for that.
when I'm looking to where I want to host my AMAs.
I hear you. All the good places. Only the good places. Anyway, to shorten this up, I binged it up to such a degree. Like when I signed up for all the fucking reward shit, because I was like, I want to see what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, like I've been binging it up, and I could get me some months of Game Pass or gold, or entries into some sweepstakes to win an Xbox or whatever the fuck else. It seemed like you could definitely get your Game Pass on as a result of extreme bingage.
Just clip enough coupons.
Yeah, if you're into chillin', nugs, and bingage,
Okay. All right.
you could get a lot of stuff done.
All aligns with my interests.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing, this just came at me. Some people were tweeting it at me as we were rolling into the segment. Headline on Gamasutra: Vivendi has sold off its final Ubisoft shares.
Yay!
So
Okay. Yeah.
The comfy ones or
Yeah.
Shares.
good lumbar?
Shares.
Shares.
Oh.
They were at one point. They were the people that were at one point poised to
Yeah,
Take
before
over.
they
that's
have to
why
take over.
that's why it's significant, because
Yeah.
it's barely been more than a year since Ubisoft was like,
Since they came out at that E3 and were
Yeah.
like,
Please, independence is good.
that was a wild one. It
Yeah.
was like Eve with 30 or 40 people around him, all just
Look at us.
locking
Look at
arms.
our faces.
Don't make me shoot all these people. And
Yeah,
then
it's-
Vivendi back down.
Yeah, it totally. I guess it worked.
You win this round, Eve.
Well, yeah, it was talked about so much, it seemed like that takeover just seemed like it was gonna happen, and then it kind of didn't.
So yeah, there's all sorts of weird takeover talk all the time. Like, what was it? There was talk like, oh, well, maybe EA is gonna buy Ubi, or maybe this is gonna happen, or
God.
like all sorts of shit
Yeah.
over the years.
Remember when EA was in a position to do that sort of thing?
Yeah. Apex Legends gonna put him back.
That's right.
Apex Legends isn't putting them back anywhere. It's saving them from.
Man, we'll never hear about it, or maybe we will a little bit, probably not. But I would fucking love to know what kind of tension is taking place between Respawn leadership and EA corporate right now.
Yeah,
Because how many people are trying to get their fingers into that pie
right?
now?
Yeah, like trying to attach themselves to the
Yeah.
rocket ship.
They very quickly went from little kind of boutique shooter developer who's really good at what they do to
Right, we bought them.
suddenly the hottest thing in the entire corporation.
Yeah,
It's like our only good thing going on right now.
How many money people are in there trying to
Oh, you said you were
offer
doing a battle pass.
how many people are trying to offer suggestions about how to monetize that thing now?
yeah.
Have you considered to make Pathfinder dab?
Yes, we have, and yes, he will. Come on, Pathfinder's
shoots-
going. Pathfinder will dab.
He shoots a grapple, and as he's zipping away, he does a.
I'm
See?
sure.
That's a in-world. That's a good. You've made it matter.
Respawn, if you're listening and you're looking to pick up a youth correspondence officer,
That's owned by CBS. You need to buy a bunch of CBS loot boxes, and maybe that idea will pop out of one of them.
or an episode of Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
legendary episode of Star Trek Discovery.
Yep, the orange one. I'm sure nobody at Respawn would trade the level of success they've gotten for the world, but I'm sure some people's lives have gotten more difficult there
I wonder. Yeah,
since this level of acclaim has come about.
it's like they say, "Mo money,
Mo Rocca.
Mo Rocca."
That's right. Morocco loves Apex Legends.
He does.
I bet it's a lot of people do. A lot of people that I would not have expected to ever get into a battle royale game love Apex Legends.
He's secretly a Wraith main, though.
I was gonna say he's also a Wraith main.
Yeah.
Yeah, something about Mo Rocca screams Wraith.
Is that the new meta? Is that people that main Wraith are bad?
No.
Okay, I was
well,
gonna-
we're
I-
starting that here, but yes.
Great.
I think
Okay, yeah.
I feel like disdain for Wraith is just a knock-on effect of disdain for Reaper, right?
Yeah.
Like Wraith is just the Reaper of Apex.
the most edgelord.
It's just the edge. Yes, it's the edgy.
Like nobody takes Caustic seriously because he's just like, I'm gonna kill everyone. And it's like, okay, yeah, dude. But then Wraith is like, I hear the voices, and it's like, okay.
it's like I can barely contain my insanity, but I'm
Yeah.
still.
It's like the joke. It's like Jared Leto
still
plays
all-
Wraith.
Yeah, like she might as well have damage tattooed on her forehead. She's not that bad.
No,
she's
no
all
one
right.
in that game is like that bad.
Let's
That's the
get
nice
some
thing.
Jared Leto Joker makeup for Wraith.
She's a little gothy though.
Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
all. That's fine.
Nothing wrong with that. What are we talking about?
I don't know. The guy looks like he's out of Borderlands.
Yeah. You want to talk about attitude?
That's right.
Sonic.
Put movie Sonic into Apex Legends.
Okay.
But not actual Sonic. No skins, no nothing. Just movie Sonic.
What are his abilities?
Goes fast.
Gotta hop up here, chili dog.
Yeah, chili dogs. He can attach a chili dog to any gun
Ooh, boy.
and shoot people with health. When he shoots people, they get health back.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems like something Sonic would screw up.
Chili dog bullets.
All right. That's it for news.
What? There's one thing we haven't talked about at all.
What if?
Oh, no.
Oh my God! How the? I am very sorry.
It's totally fine. I forgive you.
You know what happened? So whatever. I'm not gonna get into it.
We went
I
out of
acc-
order.
I accidentally deleted all my bookmarks, so I dug the news stories out of an email, and because that was a YouTube link and not an article, I totally glossed over it. They announced a new Pokemon.
Yes, they did. Generation 8,
That
everybody.
was supposed to be the #1 story of the week until the Sonic thing happened.
Furry creatures. That's almost the same.
Yeah.
What type is Sonic? Is he psychic?
Shit.
Grass?
Dark.
Shit type?
Dark.
No, the shadow is dark.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dork is more like it.
Yeah.
Got him.
Boom.
Shadow's Steel. He's got a gun and a
No, that's
motorcycle.
Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic would be steel. Come on.
Yeah.
But he's got a gun.
Tails
That's
would be
cold
flying.
Steel.
Knuckles would be
is
ground.
Rasta.
Yeah.
Knuckles is fighting.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right there. You got me there. Big the cat would be normal because he's like
Nothing-
Snorlax.
Nothing normal about
Yeah.
Big Cat.
Sonic, Sonic would just have like a hidden ability that just makes him go fast every turn.
I feel like that's not very well hidden if it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ability.
It's like,
Never mind.
"Shh, I can go fast.
I just keep getting faster.
Whoa.
Jan, who's your starter?
Yo, I'm all about Grookey.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. Grookey is the Roman Reigns of the new starters
What does that
because, well, you see Score Bunny, and Score Bunny just wants to burn it down, and he likes to go fast, similar to the Seth Rollins,
Okay.
because
I
Seth
getcha.
Rollins likes to burn it down.
Yeah, he does.
And then Dean Ambrose, he's the lunatic fringe,
Uh-huh.
and that's exactly like Sobble, because Sobble,
What?
the
Sobble's just sad.
Dean Ambrose is sad.
Return to society.
Exactly.
Sobble.
And then Grookey is going to be the powerhouse because the crowd's going to be behind him at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But then as soon as Grookey gets too popular, people will be like, I fucking hate Grookey. But then Grookey,
Will Grookey get sick?
I hope not.
Okay.
I hope. Just
All
take
right.
him to the Pokemon Center.
All right.
Yes, we have Gen 8, everybody.
Well, thanks for breaking it down in terms I could understand.
Exactly.
Is Sobble leaving? Yes or no? Is it a work?
I think it's a work. They just wanted to sign all the other Pokemon to get them to stay.
Man, that's rough stuff.
Yeah.
Working the Poke Boys like that.
They didn't want the revival to leave either.
Now, you know.
Yeah.
Put the straps on them.
Yeah. This is supposed to be modeled after, Great Britain, I believe, the Galar region.
Boy.
Exactly. That's like all the jokes, and like the female main character has like a little Scottish pump hat beret thing going on.
Yeah.
I like the bit in the narration where they were like, the people and Pokemon of this region have worked together to establish its many industries or something like that. It's like, are you saying the Pokemon are factory workers here? Like,
How do you feel about them going back to random encounters versus the let's go style of...
It's such a bummer. I mean, based off the trailer, that's what it appears to be,
Yeah.
that random encounters have returned. And I don't know, like seeing them all out and about in the main world and Let's Go just made it feel more alive.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, even if it was like the same, like 3, 5 Pokemon isolated to an area, it just felt much better seeing them around or seeing them pop up versus like having to walk around a bush and randomly find something. Especially if you're trying to look for a specific Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or trying to not fight anything. Like, oh, it's like,
Right.
oh, I got to make it back to town. I don't have fly yet. And-
Yeah. And like, I don't know. That seems like a step back rather than where like Let's Go is going. And I don't know if they're trying to differentiate those two games because people were thinking of Let's Go as too kiddie or too casual versus like a mainline Pokemon game.
Finally, a hardcore Pokemon for me, a hardcore dude.
And that's why you would like Grookey.
I'm a hardcore dude.
He's a grass monkey.
Grookey.
Hardcore Grookey.
That funky monkey.
Yeah, it's exciting, and it's funny seeing the Pokemon YouTube world blow up with videos trying to dissect like the little map or like the trailers or like what little details we've had or whatever, you know, quote unquote, like real leaks from like the insiders that they'll try and rip apart to get any and everything. It's also an exciting time because, you know, like it's a easy time for people to jump in with a new generation.
Yeah. I think this will be my first since I played like a few
you played like
hours
a little
of
bit
Black.
of, yeah. And like Sun and Moon, you like dipped into a little bit?
Not even. Yeah. So I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm interested to see if Game Freak will support the competitive scene or like improve that experience a little bit better than they did in Let's Go. But yeah, it's also going to be interesting to see like a console Pokemon game that's supposed to be open world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sword and Shield.
Weird names. I don't know how I feel about like it's there's a violence to it. I just don't like. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. It's just something. It's
the fact that it's like UK centric and it's kind of like got that like castle-y vibe going to me makes it work a little more than out of context. Yeah, if it was just like a random Hawaii region or something and it was Sword and Shield, I think that would be a little weird.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for Pokemon Gun, the yellow to the Sword and Shield.
Catapult.
Scissors. I wonder, do you think that means that the exclusive Pokemon in Shield will be defensive focused as opposed to like that was the other thing that the name said to me.
Yeah. There's talks about so Mega Evolutions was a thing added in maybe Gen 6, 5?
That sounds right.
And there's people talking like, oh well, instead of Mega Evolutions for this generation there will be like armored evolutions. So maybe that could connotate of like, hey, if you get Sword, you'll get more offensive style Mega Evolution type deals or defensive if you get Shield.
Here's all I'll say. There's a Swords dance. There's not a Shields dance. I think it's fairly obvious which version you should pick out there.
You're right. Okay. All right. Stealth Rocks. Do them all the time.
I still think Popplio is better than any of the new starters.
Popplio's cool.
Popplio's cool. I'm pretty into Grookey.
Thank you, Brad.
Grookey's
He bangs
all
a
right.
stick on the ground.
I like Sobble. I like all three of them.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a Sobble man. I need a Pokemon that matches my mood.
Just existential dread all the time.
Your mood is water lizard.
Oblivion vibes.
My mood is Sobble is definitely the most Oblivion vibe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Pokemon they'll come up with to match the aesthetics and like the area. Because like last
bagpipe over under on a bagpipe Pokemon.
I want a Pokemon to be a train. Just a straight up train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, like what? Last generation we had a sandcastle Pokemon and then like ice cream Pokemon.
Yeah.
What else could we base off the UK?
Tube.
Beer.
Nando's.
A lorry. A lift.
A crown.
A cricket that plays cricket.
Okay. Cricket with a cricket bat.
Ooh.
Also a cricket bat.
Yeah.
Sir Ian McKellen.
I'd buy it. I'd buy it.
As a gym leader.
Yeah, imagine if at the end of this game you fight the Queen of England. How awesome would that be? Or you fight her in a corgi.
You fight her Pokemon?
You fight her Pokemon or you sick Pokemon on her?
Either way.
She's the leader of
turn
Team
bad
Rocket.
and you're like, check this shit out.
This one goes all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the crown jewels, but Pokemon?
I mean, they already have a Pokemon that's just a set of keys. It wouldn't be that far
there
off.
you go.
Yeah. Exciting times. I'm excited to see all the shitty fan art also of possible evolutions.
I've seen some of those.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be any like Easter eggs in the Detective Pikachu movie of a new Pokemon?
That'd be smart to do just to like lay the groundwork and promote like Gen 8 and
just
whatnot.
like in the background, you see a Grookey
Yeah. See a Grookey.
like licking his own butt or something.
See a Sobble crying.
I think you would do it like, here's one that you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, here's just one Pokemon you don't recognize because we haven't revealed it anywhere else. I think that'd be more fun.
World premiere.
Yeah. Like Super Mario Brothers 3. The Pokemon.
Wait, Fred Savage is gonna.
Yeah, Fred Savage is a Pokemon.
And the Pokeflute's basically a warp whistle, so
yeah.
Great. Last thing, just as you guys started talking about Pokemon, another news story just came to my attention.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
On Windows Central,
Windows.
Breaking Windows.
who say that their sources have now told them the name and basically release date of that discless Xbox One.
Party box.
That's right.
$80.
All right, I've got the name for you here.
Kegerator.
You ready for this?
$9.
Here we go. Xbox One S All Digital Edition.
Oh yeah, the
digital, all
ADE, the
time.
SAD, the Sade
Yep.
edition.
Sade. Wait.
Yeah.
Smooth operator.
X.
Yeah, it's a smooth operator, that Xbox.
They've got pictures here, but they have to just be renders because they don't come out at any point and say, hey, this is the thing.
What's
Cap-
the full name again?
Read the whole name again.
The Xbox One S All Digital Edition.
That sucks.
It's not great.
That's not
No.
catchy or memorable or telling you what it is. Like,
It literally tells you what it is.
but what does that mean?
They've already got this. They've already got this thing going of just giving them a letter. Why wouldn't you just call it like Xbox One a different letter?
P.
What
Wasn't that the
else?
reduced version of Windows that they put out? Was that Windows P?
How about Xbox One D?
Oh, One Direction. Yeah,
They
I
broke
like
up.
it.
Bring
yeah.
them back. They brought
Yeah,
the Joe Bros back.
Exactly. There you go.
I'm a sucker for them.
No D.
Yeah, that's what they're saying the name is. Also, they say that pre-orders will start in April and it is shipping in May.
Okay.
So-
I'm gonna call it no D.
So
That
Be on shelves before E E3.
So it's a Xbox Aether.
sure.
Stop it.
Because
But
it's
like that's
in
too
the
fancy,
cloud.
right? Because it's just an Xbox One. You don't
Yeah.
want to like burn your fucking good fancy names on a reduced version of the platform that is already not being.
It seems like I
bought.
didn't want to burn any sort of name with this one.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So at least this tells you two things.
All digital.
It's not a Scorpio. It's like a low end Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why they have to call it an S to make it clear it's not the
Like it lines up with that. It is not the fancy upgraded
Yes.
Xbox One.
I agree with that.
And it doesn't have a drive, so it's all digital edition. I mean, that's
That doesn't-
it's a functional
We
name
know
if you
what
break
that
it
means,
down.
but if I was an average
yeah.
consumer, I don't think I would immediately see something called the all digital edition.
Well, you
and
wouldn't,
make
but-
the step.
Instead, you just see the prices and you go like, "That one's cheaper.
Yeah,
How would I
so-
get that? And what's the deal with that one?" And
Yeah.
they go, "It doesn't have a disk drive on it, so you
That's
got to
the-
get all your games on the internet."
that's-
And then you go, "Oh,
that's the bummer about
I
this
do that
story.
anyway.
That's the bummer about the story is it doesn't say what the price is. So
Yeah.
like if we were able to say, oh, it's $99, then yeah, of course that's going to get people's attention.
right."
A $99 Xbox One is
I might buy one then.
going to raise some eyebrows.
That would
Also,
be a big
It's gonna
deal.
be more than 99, right?
I don't know.
How much is an S right now?
I think it's still $250, isn't it?
That's too much money.
I forget.
I want to say
Uh,
$199.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
I'm pretty sure it's
I lean
still.
more towards that.
It might be. Maybe it is.
Or you saying
Certainly
for the
where
new
with
one or the
sales.
old one?
Old one.
Oh.
There's so many bundles out there. It's hard to
Yeah.
figure out which one is which.
Hmm.
Did they ever roll out that credit thing or like
Oh, the installment
installment?
plan.
Yeah, they did. And so
Yeah,
like,
that's been out.
yeah.
Okay. Can you do that with any sort of Xbox, or is it specifically?
I don't know.
Let's check.
I saw another jewelry place advertising, hey, if you buy this diamond ring again,
Yeah.
give you an Xbox or a Switch.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now that a Switch is
Oh,
on
they
the
updated
table,
it to put a Switch in. That's kind
I can't actually find just the Xbox One S. Everything is a bundle.
I'm gonna start making
Everything.
Craigslist,
Well, how much is a bundle?
Most of the bundles are $299.
Okay.
I'm gonna start making
trying to-
Craigslist ads where I find people who are gonna get married and say like, oh, hold on. All right,
The-
cut me in. I'll get you a Switch.
Tight.
And by I get you a Switch, I mean I'll get me a Switch.
All right, you need
And
to
you still
figure
get
this
your
out
ring.
before you post
Yeah,
it.
I'll work this out before I get the posting down. But there's a lot of Switches to be fleeced out of this, is what I'm saying.
The Minecraft Creators Bundle is $249,
Okay.
but the Fortnite, NBA
Minecraft
2K19,
Creators Bundle.
the Anthem Bundle,
Like
Minecraft.
the QAnon
I think it just
bundle.
yeah.
the Battlefield 5 Bundle, the Tom Clancy's The Division 2 Bundle, all $299.
Okay.
those are all
Uh,
S's.
Yeah, those are all S's.
Okay.
The story also says they have a new Fortnite bundle also in the works that will have an actual custom console design and not just like
Oh, okay.
V-Bucks packed in or whatever.
I was going to say Fortnite is free.
Well, so yeah, they say they don't know
I
which.
feel like didn't Sony fucking kill it on Fortnite bundles because you had a lot of people holiday season going in and
Yeah.
going like, I need that Fortnite, and then they're like, here it is.
Here's the
Like
Fortnite
there was like Switch Fortnite bundles that I remember seeing
Yes.
at Costco. I
Yes.
think too.
galore.
I
Good
assumed
lord.
that's why like the Pro was hard to find for a while, right?
Oh, maybe,
Or I don't know.
probably.
Maybe I'm wrong. But
Well, I don't know. That wasn't a bundle though.
oh, was it not?
I don't think so. Maybe there. I thought it was. I thought the Fortnite stuff was all just base.
You might be right, actually. This story says it's unclear whether the Fortnite console would be a regular S and X or the discless console.
I mean, you don't need a disc to play Fortnite.
I was going to say it would make sense for it to be the new one, right? Because
sure.
it's like, hey, here is the preeminent downloadable game.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of stuff for it in this console where you have to download games.
Should have just called it the Fortnite box.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to know what this thing's going to cost, but they don't have that information.
I'm gonna say
150,
129.
120. Okay,
That's good.
150.
I like that.
I don't know.
150.
I feel like 99 is such an eyebrow-raising number.
Totally.
Oh yeah, totally.
But I mean, that might be practically getting back to the days of like taking a loss on the console to sell it at a price like that. I don't even know if they can make them for that much.
Maybe. But at the same time, if you're going to go hard on the streaming stuff, then
Game Pass.
that box, if you're going to go hard on Game Pass and then go hard on streaming stuff down the line.
Yeah, if you're going to be able to stream all the games for the next Xbox,
Yeah.
and you want to get this thing into people's houses now, and then they can just sign up and play those games on this, like that's
Then you make it $99 because you're trying to make that ecosystem play.
Yeah. It's like, hey, let's get people to buy these things, and then they will just sign up for our service, and then they will keep playing games on them forever.
We'll make it back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's just a different packaging of the same hardware, but new Xbox on shelves before E3 seems like kind of a big deal.
Wonder if they would ever... No, I guess not. I was going to say, I wonder if they would ever find a way to help out people that ended up with a disc somehow. Whether it's like...
Oh, like converting their games over?
Can I buy an add-on drive? Or is there a way for me to like, hey, I'm bringing this disc into a store and then I am getting a code for said game, like some kind of swapsies $10 thing. Yeah, there was
that part
talk.
of the rumor?
Yeah.
When this thing was first rumored a few months ago, I feel like they were spitballing exactly.
I feel like that has been kicked around a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know how sticky that stuff was.
Yeah. Although if you already have a bunch of disc, like Xbox games on disc, you don't necessarily need to go out and get this thing.
Yeah, but maybe you want to, and Microsoft, I'm sure, would love to get you deeper into the digital ecosystem and not buying used games and stuff like that. So, there's probably some incentive to do it.
Yeah.
The catch is that if you go out and buy a bunch of used games and then try to flip them, because then you're getting the used game prices, but just getting download codes.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty sweet. If you can swing it,
don't say that out loud.
Shh. Don't tell nobody.
Man, E3's coming.
14 weeks.
I mean, we're talking April here. That's
that's next month.
Like GDC is happening.
Just
like
April is next
whatever
month.
This April stuff is. Like there's,
stuff. God, if they're getting this out there before E3, what do they have for E3?
Another generation of
another
hardware.
Xbox. Yep,
with a disc drive.
Yeah,
probably
now with disc drive.
Yep.
This year we got a campaign.
Yep. All right, that's it for news. We're going to take another quick break and then come back and read the emails. See you soon. Quick post-break news wrap-up. I just released a new Dota hero named Mars.
Yeah.
The Wargroove patch that we talked about last week apparently was just detailed and will come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
What else is going to happen before we get out of here?
Another new Xbox.
Oh, wow.
Another new Xbox. This time it's only going to have a disc drive. Doesn't even go on the internet.
Doesn't play games.
Doesn't connect to your TV.
Yeah.
You can put any disc in it, though, that you want.
Whatever disc you got. GameCube discs, whatever. It'll fit in there.
Yeah.
Comes with capacitors ready to leak.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to play
right out of the box.
That Wargroove stuff. They updated exactly everything I had to complain on. There's checkpointing, there's story difficulty, they fixed the UI, they made the gameplay faster. It's just all around.
Sounds like
thanks, Ben.
Most of
you're
the
welcome,
complaints.
guys. I complained about those things and now they're all fixed. So you're welcome.
Let's add more dogs into it, huh?
Oh yeah. Battle pups and battle pugs.
War wolves.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's actually really good.
All right, let's read some emails.
Okay.
Bombcast@giantbomb.com. Here's one from Nick in Australia. Since we just talked about Xbox and capacitors and stuff, thanks for mentioning the leaking capacitors on the OG Xbox the other week. I found my Xbox's clock capacitor had already sprung a leak.
Goopy.
But I was able to remove the capacitor and clean up the acid with minimal damage to the PCB.
Yay.
I really need to bust. Have you checked any of yours?
No.
None?
No.
Man, I've only got one, and I haven't even opened that one up. I don't even know where it is. It's a large console to lose.
We're talking OG Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
first,
boy.
the original Xbox. Yeah,
The Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot.
Yeah, oh, you have more than one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance that it has been ruined if you haven't opened it up yet.
Okay.
My understanding. Anyway, he says, as the owner of a bunch of vintage consoles, I was wondering if you guys know of any other old consoles I should look at doing some preventative maintenance on.
My PSP batteries were bulging in a
yes.
scary way when I found them recently.
I dug a PSP out of the closet a year or two ago, and yes, it was frightening to
just busting out
pick it up and
the
feel
battery
it.
drawer.
Yeah. Like that thing seemed like it was ready to blow.
Yeah.
So that's a little alarming.
So I would check those. I would check those types of anything with like a rechargeable battery, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Lithium ion.
Yeah.
In particular, I think.
Yeah.
What do you do to prevent that? Just
I don't
remove the
think
battery?
I think you have to, just toss the battery. I think they
Oh.
were just like,
That happened to an like old iPhone of mine that I kept in a desk,
whoa.
Mm.
and then like the battery just started bulging and
I've got
broke
old,
the
I've
case.
got old iPhones in a desk.
That happened to my old MacBook too, actually. I could feel the
Ugh.
bottom of the MacBook bulging.
My first
Happened to my grandpa, too. He got all
yeah.
You feel his bottom
old
bulging?
and bulging, yeah.
That happened. I did get a battery replacement.
Yeah.
Like my keyboard stopped working. I didn't
Yes.
know why.
Yeah, yes.
And it was because the battery. Like I had a plastic case on the MacBook.
Yeah.
And
could-
the battery was just bulging,
yeah.
but it was bulging up through the keyboard.
Yes, I could feel it in the keys too, for
Yeah.
sure. Batteries are some scary shit.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of as far as old consoles breaking down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other stuff is like there are definitely parts in consoles that are susceptible to breaking.
Yes,
but
drives in
it's
particular,
but that's not necessarily something that's going to ruin.
Yeah, there's not much that's like a ticking time bomb like that
Yeah.
Xbox thing.
And that's the thing you can cut off and it'll still work. So you can just cut that capacitor off, and I guess you won't have
Yeah,
clock,
it doesn't keep accurate
But-
time when it's unplugged.
but it doesn't. I
Who
mean,
cares?
it doesn't keep it
I mean,
that long anyway.
The bigger
It's unplugged.
problem is if it just spews acid all over the motherboard and
Yeah,
That's a
ruins
problem.
it. Yeah,
ruins the
that's-
Xbox. That's the scary part. Have you ever opened an Xbox up?
Yeah,
Is it relatively easy?
I don't remember.
You
It's
need
been too
torch,
long.
screwdrivers and shit.
Okay.
It's not
Just like,
particularly easy.
maybe we should all bring our Xboxes in and
Oh, I got
Make a
lot-
day of it. I got
a
like
lot of
6.
Xboxes.
open them all up and see
Yeah.
whose Xboxes have been
I got a lot of
destroyed.
debugs that I need to plug in and see what's on them.
We
assuming
have-
they haven't exploded. Yeah,
Like 40 green ones over there.
yeah.
At least 40.
Yep. These things are all over the place. Jeff from Michigan. I work at a children's science museum, and the other day a kid told me that Mario, yes, fucking Mario, is a Pokemon.
Oh, fucking Mario.
Huh?
I've heard this.
I tried to explain that, in fact, Mario is not a Pokemon, but the kid wasn't having it. I was completely taken aback. This, combined with last week's email about someone not knowing what Tetris is, has me thinking, is the future just Pokemon Go and Fortnite?
Yes.
P.S. I guess when you think about it,
beautiful.
Mario kind of is a Pokemon. He only says his name and
That's
can
not-
shoot fire from his hands. Maybe I was wrong to judge these children.
He says it's a me.
Maybe his name is truly It's a Me.
Mm-hmm.
What about Wahoo? I guess Pokemon make like
yeah, they-
growl
His name's
moves.
Amy.
What about
Wahoo is more of a guttural. It's like a mating sound.
what about
When Mario says it, run.
does that mean Luigi is a Pokemon?
No. Luigi's like a ghost.
Is
A
that
ghost
why-
Pokemon.
Wait, then why is
He's
he so
actually an
scared of
evolved
ghosts?
version of Mario.
Oh,
Why is
geez.
he so
weirdly
scared
enough.
of ghosts if he's
Luigi is
a
the
ghost?
Huh. So who is the third form?
Wario.
Waluigi.
Oh, but he says all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
He's the
Waluigi's
Wario's
the
like the
Mega
Meowth.
Evolution.
fully-
He's like a Meowth.
do
Yeah.
fully
yeah.
evolved-
He traded away
Fully
some
evolved
ability.
Pokemon talk? For real?
No.
Just
Meowth.
Just
Me too.
Meowth.
What did Meowth?
Well-
what did Meowth have to? They can't fight because he gained
That's
the ability
right.
to speak. Is
He
that what it
forgot.
was?
Yeah, he forgot all his moves so he
Yeah.
could learn English.
Okay.
I saw that he just watched a bunch of movies and taught himself how to talk that way.
Yeah,
Mewtwo was like telepathic.
Mewtwo was telepathic, but
Yeah.
that counts.
Okay.
Are Pokemon self-aware?
Yes.
Like, can they pass the mirror test?
Hmm.
They don't have mirrors and
Oh.
Pokemon.
They're all vampires,
right.
Oh, I see.
There's mirror move.
psychic vampires.
Jeez.
Do they have consciousness?
Remember when Mr. Mime
Po-
crashed his fake motorcycle
Do I?
in the trailer? That
Poke-
was fun.
Pokemon
good
have
stuff.
object permanence.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Mario could potentially be the strongest Pokemon because he could switch types. Fire, flying, cat.
Well,
Metal.
I mean, but what if you gave the cat hat to any other Pokemon?
Oh, jeez.
That wouldn't work.
Is
Why wouldn't
Armored
it?
Evolution just like
Yeah.
Pokemon getting the crown
Yes.
and then they turn into
Uh-huh.
a sexy version?
So, yeah.
Okay.
What if you put the cat suit on Meowth?
Blastoise set.
The fucking world explodes.
That's right.
I'm
It's
going
like, it's like matter,
to
antimatter.
have to delete that, Ben.
No, you can't. The world cannot silence Blastoise.
No.
She is my OC. I'm accepting fan art. I will retweet your fan art, guaranteed. Especially if it's good. Blastoise. She's very sexy.
Oh, no.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Mario? Fortnite?
Mario Fortnite.
Great.
He jumps and breaks your fucking buildings.
It's like a grandpa trying to name a video game.
You kids in your fucking Mario Fortnite. I stormed the beach at Normandy.
Grandpa, you're playing Modern Warfare.
Shut up,
Call of Duty
fuckface.
2.
You screws.
I
The
keep
screws
thinking
put
about
me
the-
back in my cell. They put me in solitary.
I tried to think of a World War II Call of Duty, and I couldn't think of Call of Duty World War II.
Or Call of Duty.
That Apex 50 million player video they put out had some footage of an older gentleman streaming Apex that was quite amusing.
Yeah, that guy's cussed.
That you should look up. That was fun. Nate from Tacoma, Washington. Is Ape Out the true Ape Escape 4?
No.
No?
Did you play any Ape Out?
No, it's good.
I'm close.
It looks good.
When
I
I-
want
on
to
the
play Ape
trigger.
Out.
When I saw the name Ape Out going around, like when Alex was talking about playing it, before I had any idea what it was, in my mind I just assumed it was like an Ape Escape game.
Oh, that'd be great.
And then I saw the
It
video.
could be.
Then I
don't
saw
know.
then I saw the
Well-
video and I was like, oh, this is not that.
That's not that.
It might be.
No, because Ape Out, you are the ape. Ape Escape, you're preventing them.
Yeah.
I mean, humans are just a kind of an ape if you think about it.
Hmm.
The ultimate ape escape is escaping into.
But I don't remember
Neanderthals.
sick jazz drums in Ape Escape.
Oh, but what if it did?
Oh, God.
You know? Who do that hula hoop?
Hell yeah.
I was going to ask a question, but nobody's played the game, so it's just maybe the wrong group
No,
to
go
ask.
ahead.
But
We're
go ahead.
video
is
game
that
experts,
game, I
ready
mean,
to go.
From what you know, is there more to that game than just Hotline Miami?
It is Hotline Miami-esque,
Okay.
as I understand it.
Because, yeah, that's what I mean. It looks an awful lot like that.
Yeah. Looks an awful lot like that.
Yeah.
But
There's room for more of those.
especially like, difficulty tuning and stuff like that is, like the quality of the levels matters a lot in a game like that.
Sure. Nathan Tumwater, Washington. Hi, what's the best condiment?
Hot sauce.
That's impossible to
Oh, that's
answer.
you
sauce
can't
is
just
good.
say hot sauce.
It depends
Oh,
on
I
the
didn't
food.
specify which
You gotta
type
get
of
a
hot
little
sauce?
more specific than that.
Tapatio.
Mm.
Ah.
I mean, okay, I'll allow it.
Give me a good spicy mustard.
Okay,
Oh.
sure.
Okay.
I don't think there's any one universal condiment.
No.
Like the food I'm eating dictates what I put on it.
I guess you're probably right.
If I had to pick one, like if you had to pick one condiment to live with
Oh, man,
for
I
the
don't
rest of
know.
your life,
Teriyaki
man. Teriyaki sauce.
That's too sweet. I mean, it's
I
fine.
like the salsa,
It's fine, but there's so many
Mhm.
situations where it wouldn't make sense.
specifically the
Yeah.
papalote salsa.
Oh yeah, that stuff's good. It's no La Victoria's orange sauce though.
Okay, I'll pick that.
Actually, now that we're
Lavic's orange sauce.
do is the South Bay the closest you can get
Yeah.
that stuff?
And
No,
it's-
I
this
think
is the
there's
only-
a closer one now.
Is there?
Like Palo Alto.
I was in San Jose like 3 weeks ago, and we went to La Vic's, and I was just like, "Fuck, man, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move to San Jose."
Anytime I go to Fanime,
Holy
I'm just like,
shit.
first up, let me just eat
My
an entire
understanding
bottle
is
of
like
this.
they give you the bottle now when you buy the food because people were just stealing the bottles of sauce.
Makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah. Marina sent a bunch of packets of Zach
Oh, yeah,
sauce.
yeah, there's- yeah.
That stuff was good.
And I've just been like making toast, dipping that toast in the sauce. By the way, we're out of the sauce.
Oh.
We could use some more.
What was it like?
It was
Tastes like a
mm,
spicy Caesar.
yeah,
Oh.
like a Caesar with a little zest.
Oh.
like a.
Little zip.
Do you know what fry sauce is? That's cut straight out of Utah. It's like mayo and ketchup.
Okay.
It's a little bit of that with some other types of seasoning.
All right.
Garlic aioli, also safe choice for if I had to have one condiment for the rest of my life.
Sure.
I gotta go with fish sauce.
Oh
Wait.
man,
It's part of me, Ben.
I know.
Fish sauce has its place,
Yeah. Sprinkle that on a good
Trash
papaya
can.
salad.
like in small quantities.
Yeah,
Very
a little bit goes a long way.
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oyster sauce.
But that means like
oyster sauce.
Also
that
pretty
means
good.
if you have to like for French fries, you're gonna be dipping it in fish sauce and
Man,
for-
I dip everything in fish sauce, dog. But this everywhere.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought fish sauce was just for cooking.
Man, my family just like fucking bottles of it.
I'd rather take straight up vinegar.
Yeah, but then I don't know. That is okay. Vinegar. I'd also have to go with. Fuck! It's either one of those two. Jeez, what do I want in my like morning garlic fried rice?
Yeah, I gotta go vinegar with that.
We go through a lot of oyster sauce at home.
Hoisin sauce is also really good.
Never been a fan.
Ketchup.
I'm gonna say
Ketchup. You all like ketchup?
Ketchup.
Nah, not really. Not
It's a
so
little
much.
too sweet now.
Not so
Now
much.
that my palate is so refined.
I'm just gonna throw
Wow.
a quick shout out to HP sauce.
What's
Not
that?
bad.
Yeah.
HP sauce.
A little brown
Speaking of-
sauce.
is,
English
HP
stuff.
brown.
Yeah.
some
I don't
good
think I've
shit.
ever had it.
Oh, it's so good.
That confused me when Dan and I were in Copenhagen. Just the
Yeah.
brown sauce.
Yeah.
We both thought it'd be like gravy. It's not.
It ain't gravy.
It is
Ooh,
not.
No, definitely not. Pretty versatile though.
Yeah.
Also, I am partial to salsa Lizano. If anybody's ever heard of that, it's kind of like a Costa Rican version of HP sauce,
Oh,
which is a little bit zingier,
Sounds pretty great.
a little
I
tangier.
like some zing.
Have any of you guys ever had banana ketchup?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I hate it.
Oh.
And now I'm going to kick your ass.
Have you? What's your opinion on banana milk?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I don't want it to
Is
be
that like a
thing.
Nestle Quick thing, like strawberry milk, banana milk, or
Is that like banana
Yeah.
Tic Tacs?
Yeah, it's like
well,
banana flavored milk.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it tastes like those two things, and those two things go together a little better than I thought they
Yeah.
would.
Banana ketchup's just sweeter than regular ketchup.
I like
Oh,
it
okay.
though. Like it for me, normal ketchup is too sweet, but once you push into that, it's like, okay, now this is a sweet sauce instead of a sauce
That's
trying
too
to pretend that it's savory.
Okay. You should do a sauce test
Benzens.
at Blue Bottle.
Yeah. No, you don't want the sauce that was there before.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am here for the sauce test.
don't get lost in the sauce.
Put your pants back on. Never.
All right.
Gertie.
This email says, probably better to leave my name anonymous. I've recently started a new job, and I've noticed the guy at the office sitting across from me has a clothes-wearing pattern. Basically, at the start of each week, he will pick a shirt from his closet and then wear that same shirt for the entire fucking week.
That's a pattern.
That's a pattern.
Is this normal in any way? Is there a way to justify this? I admit I haven't noticed any odors coming off of him, but it doesn't seem very hygienic. Should someone say something?
No.
How many days do you think it's acceptable to wear the same clothes to the office?
I mean, look, people are taking Melee's removal from Evo hard in different ways, and
yeah.
No, he said that he didn't notice a stench.
okay, all right,
Oh, yes.
sorry.
Just kidding, guys. I love
Yeah, it's because the
Melee.
organizers asked people to start showering. You remember that. A friend of mine suggested I should try to spill something on him to accidentally
God.
see if it's possible to force him to change his shirt. Any ideas on how?
Who the hell are you?
I'm
He
going
might
to say
have
that
multiples.
might be over the line.
I might say
Yeah.
like you could like if your desk is close enough to where you could have like a cup full of something and then like drop it off your desk in such a way that it splashes onto him a little bit. That'd probably be the way I would do it.
Treat this
But also
person
I
out-
wouldn't do it.
Treat this person out as sloppy joes.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if he's not stinky. What the fuck does it matter if he wears the same shirt every day?
Because it's weird, Ben.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or
if
if he's
it's
doing
not,
the Steve Jobs thing and he's like, I don't want to
I
like,
bought 5 of these shirts.
I don't want to waste my time thinking about what my outfit's gonna be. People go through patterns of like. Personally, I've had moments in my life where I'm like, I don't like the way my body looks, so I'm just gonna wear the biggest thing I can every day for multiple days in a row. There's so many like. Getting into noticing these little patterns that your coworkers go through, it just crosses the line for me. That stuff really puts me off. Like, let the man wear whatever he wants every day,
As long as it's not causing a
stinky
problem.
or
If he's
That's causing a
racist.
problem.
If
It's
he's not-
weird.
if he's not offending anybody.
No, maybe the dude has multiples.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
I have multiples of these pants right here because I like these pants so much.
Yeah.
I have 3 pairs of these green pants.
Last time I bought
they're
shoes,
nice pants.
Last time I
Thank
bought shoes, I walked in and just pointed at what I had on and said, "Give me another pair of
Yep.
these." It was
I have-
liberating.
10 black t-shirts.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
I will sometimes wear the same shirt all weekend.
Sure.
There have definitely been cases where the shirt I've worn to work on Friday has still been in use as of like Sunday.
Yeah.
Depending on how the weekend is gone.
I've got house shorts.
Sure.
That lasts
Yeah,
the
good-
entire
good-
week or so.
Good selection of gym shorts. It's crucial.
Yeah. But there's a lot of like outerwear that I don't wash on a regular basis. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
remember the last time I washed this jacket, for
Yeah.
example.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
talk about that.
Okay. All right.
We were going to take you out for Sloppy Joes.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
All right. Next email is from Devin, entitled, Brad, why do you play so much Microsoft Solitaire? I follow your account on Xbox, and you're always playing Solitaire. There's got to be a better version than that out there. Come on, buddy. Can I get achievements from those versions?
Yo, don't they charge for Solitaire now?
No.
In
It's-
Windows 10? Like
that thing is rotten with ads.
that's what it is.
And,
Okay.
and the Windows, some of the Windows 10 games had like boosts or accelerators.
you
like,
can
where could
absolutely
spend
What?
money.
absolutely spend money on
Minesweeper
Solitaire.
with
So I would-
100%.
Yeah, I was binging it and like checking out my rewards. It's like you can get Solitaire
bonus
now
Solitaire
from
shit.
Bing Bucks.
Yeah.
The fuck?
You can
BTFO,
buy.
Bing the fuck out.
I want to say you can buy new decks, like
Okay,
card
I'm fine
backs.
with that.
It's just cosmetics.
As long as I get Spooky Castle.
I think so. I think you can pay to disable all the ads, like to make it look like a regular game. But it's a subscription. It's not a.
What?
I don't think it's like a one-time pay us $10 and disable ads.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's like $10 a month.
You know what I can
the
do one
built-in
time?
Windows 10 games were pretty fucking severe.
I can buy a deck of cards for $1.79.
Who the fuck has time to shuffle and deal a deck of cards?
Dude,
I love shuffle.
this version of Solitaire, if you just tap a card and it can be played somewhere, the game will just play it there. It's like it practically plays itself. It's pretty awesome.
No, that sucks. That's taking the
pretty-
activity out of these interactivities.
I mean, you still make decisions if it can be played in more than one
I
place.
feel like in
You
Windows
decide where
95
to play it.
Solitaire, it was double click and it would do that.
that might
I
be-
feel
that
like
might be
I
the
feel like
case.
that functionality has existed for a while.
Actually, then I went and found a place that I could play a virtualized version of Windows 3.1 Solitaire after I
That's what
got.
it turned out. That's what you actually wanted.
That's what I really
I've
wanted.
got some fucking version of Solitaire that I put on my iPad that I would play on planes and shit, and it was a pretty good. It was not the most technically advanced iOS Solitaire or anything like that, but it was like, fuck it, it's Solitaire, and they stole the Windows like win animation.
Yes,
Good.
That's what you
So,
want.
Good.
That's how they advertise the new Microsoft Solitaire on the App Store because I play it on the iPad.
Okay.
Like they advertise it as like there's even like marketing copy about the cards flying everywhere.
Yeah.
The flourish.
Like they know their audience.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Whatever. I play the daily challenge on that thing like most days. It's just a nice way.
You played it on a phone? You played
No,
it
on the iPad.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because you're getting Xbox achievements on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
but I fucking missed March 1st, so now I can't get the play the daily challenge every day of a month achievement this month. So
Brad,
fuck that
I'm
game.
Sorry.
So I downloaded a game called Flip Flop Solitaire, which is by Zach Gage.
Yeah.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I played a
I
bunch
haven't,
of
I haven't, I haven't played it yet, but they describe it as like a solitaire that breaks all the rules or something like
It's
that.
a very different game.
Yeah.
It's
breaks
neat.
all the rules.
Yeah.
The cards don't fucking blow all over the place the way they do in Windows Solitaire, so it doesn't have that going for it. But
Does it play
but
itself so I don't
Flip-Flop
have to
Solitaire-
actually play the video game?
It has a bunch of difficulty settings, and the easiest one is one that does not play itself, but you kind of it's unlikely that you'll.
Why are you gonna drag your finger the whole length of the screen when you can just tap the card?
'Cause
right?
It's like I'm doing it in real life. 'Cause
No, I know. I played it that way for about a week, and then I was like, you know what, fuck this. Oh wow, Flip Flop Solitaire. You can order the cards up and down.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. It's a
Game
and then
changer.
how many suits you have and
Oh,
stuff
man.
like that. The difficulty
They're
stuff.
flip flopping the rules. And
Flip Flop Solitaire is good.
I gotta check that out.
That's a good riff on the Solitaire stuff.
I was always more of a pyramid guy.
I don't know how to like.
Gross.
Klondike is the only one I know how to play. I haven't even like learned. The
Yeah,
other
like
ones
Spider Solitaire.
Yeah.
I don't get it. That's for people that
It's too
ain't got
advanced.
jobs. They got time to learn the rules of Spider Solitaire.
No,
Yeah.
that's for kids in their like 9th grade computer science class.
Yeah, sure. Like this is installed here. Like they blocked Fortnite.
Yep. That's how I learned pyramid.
That's right.
They blocked Fortnite.
Yeah. Hate when that happens.
Jean Pierre writes in from Las Vegas. Subject line: I pity the fascist. Does anyone remember that Mr. T game announced in 2009? It was supposed to feature Mr. T fighting Nazis alongside game designer Will Wright, strangely enough. The only information I have been able to find about the game are incredulous forum posts from the time of announcement. Was this game actually going to be a thing, or was it some kind of super awesome collective hallucination?
I don't remember that
Yeah,
at
this is-
all.
It's not really ringing any bells.
Nothing
Yeah.
at all.
The Master P game I'm fully aware of.
Oh yeah,
But
that's been rumored for.
I heard a radio interview with him like last year where he was talking about it.
Still
What?
talking-
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
There's a website to go with it. I bet it's still up.
You think the tank is running out of gas?
Never.
It's time to explore new business ventures.
Never.
You're probably right. Also, I just found out Mr. T's real name, and I don't know what to think.
Don't tell me.
I don't know
It's,
what to think.
I don't want to know.
Clarence?
I don't know how to say it.
Person.
You want me to just say it?
Yeah.
No, oh God, don't.
His first name is Lawrence,
Oh shit.
but Tureaud?
Thorough?
Tureaud.
Just
I
T.
assume it looks French.
Two Rod.
Lawrence Tureaud.
He's Mr. T.
something like
Mr.
that.
T, literally. Because
I-
people couldn't pronounce his name.
Right.
Okay, sure. That makes sense. All right, I'm going to say that game doesn't exist because nobody here knows about it.
That dude just made that up.
And if we don't know about it,
It's not real.
how important could it be?
It's a great point.
Question from Matt.
I don't know about it.
All right, moving on. I'm not usually into PvP-focused games, but between all my friends playing Apex and its more casual style gameplay without building mechanics, I've been able to comfortably have fun with it most of the time. I've even had a couple of wins early on. However, we play on PS4, since that's the one platform all of us have. Here's where the problem comes in. In the last couple weeks, I've been noticing people with ungodly accurate shots, and when spectating them after being killed, it is very clear in the way they are moving and aiming that they are using a mouse and keyboard.
Ooh.
Apparently, this is becoming a somewhat common complaint across many games thanks to, is it pronounced Zim or XIM? The company? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's
Should I
pronounced.
just say Zim for the purposes of this email?
Okay.
Thanks to Zim adapters, now it seems that I run into these players in roughly 2/3 of the matches that I play.
Really?
You're
Maybe it's-
checking out all these. I don't know if I believe that. Anyway,
Maybe a little bit of confirmation bias, who knows, but maybe it's bad luck or maybe it's a real problem. I'm not sure, but honestly, it really kills the fun that I've been having in a genre I usually hate. To my understanding, Zim adapters are against the terms of service in many of these games, but despite that, it still seems to be an issue. Is there truly any way for devs to stop this, or do I just have to accept defeat and avoid all PvP shooters from now on?
I would imagine that there are things that a developer could do with how they are reading input to like figure out like, hey, this doesn't
out.
look like a right stick. This looks too smooth.
Yeah.
There's something about this that doesn't look like a natural movement of a right analog stick. And make some adjustments or ban some players around that or
You'd have
something
to
like
you'd have
that.
to be careful you were not picking up false positives, though,
Right. Yeah.
and
I don't.
pissing off people who aren't doing anything wrong.
I
but-
don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I would love to hear.
Yeah, I wonder if like PUBG has any sort of
Yeah.
stuff in there for their console versions.
Yeah. I wonder.
how do those work?
Um,
Do they just kind of spoof the
yeah.
ID like of a PS4 controller?
Basically,
Okay.
yeah. And
Like
so
piggyback off
I
of
looked them up. They just look like little USB adapters. They're
Yeah.
tiny little things.
and it seems like with some games they'll work better than others depending on how games handle the input. So I don't know that it's like a universal approach for every
Mhm.
single game, but it seems like when it does work, it can work pretty well. I don't know. At the same time, when I was playing the PC version of Apex, I was using a controller a lot of the time and was doing okay. Like
Yeah.
the shooting in that game happens at a range and at a speed that I didn't feel like I was just getting slaughtered by people with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I know some other people who have played with controller on PC. Seems to handle it just fine. All right, a couple more emails real fast. Zach from Oklahoma. How bad does Tetris 99 need Rinsa mode?
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Every Tetris needs Rinsa mode.
man.
What's ransom mode?
It's
It is a mode from Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Yeah.
Where basically when you complete a line, every block above that line falls as far as it can fall. So
it turns Tetris into like combo friendly
yeah,
Tetris.
so it becomes like a crazy. Every time you complete a line, you potentially are just making crazy combos, clearing half your board.
Okay.
So
I see.
Yeah.
Huh.
So in a competitive environment, you are just sending shit back and forth at each other at fucking blinding speed.
Right.
Like it would almost be cool if one.
It's like how like Tetris Attack does it.
Like what's the top?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What is considered kind of like the final heat of a Tetris 99? Is it like the top 8?
Top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool if like there was a mode where when you hit top 10, it went to rinse a mode or something like that.
That would be cool if they had multiple like rule sets and stuff.
Does that thing just need more?
Well,
Are people
it's free.
anybody still playing it?
I haven't touched it.
The last time I
Yeah.
played it, I think it was a little bit after the last Bombcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I haven't had a chance to sign up and play it, and I'm worried that when I get in there, people are not going to be playing it anymore.
The biggest problem with it is the only times where I really have urges to play it is like when I'm on the train or something, and I'm like, oh, I have like 10 minutes I could play. Oh, I don't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Got to do that phone tether.
Yeah.
All right, last email from Parker. Contemplations on the future of Shinnok.
Finally.
That's what we've all been waiting for.
Shinnok.
I noticed in the background of the Cabal trailer that Shinnok's head is in a shrine at the center of some large catacomb. Also, you should know that he spelled catacomb with a K.
Great.
And I was reminded, in the story trailer, Shinnok was still very much alive despite his current state of decapitation.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, do you think Chronica is going to cut off Raiden's head and replace it with Shinnok's,
Ooh.
resurrecting the Elder God and disposing of the meddlesome protector of Earthrealm? I have a feeling that Raiden will die in MK11, and I feel that's a perfectly great and terrible way to end him. Unrelated, where is my boy Quan Chi? P.S. Why is it that whenever people
very
bring up
related.
light gun games, no one ever mentions Midway's Invasion? I have very fond memories of that game. Perhaps I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Never played it.
Shinnok.
I mostly felt this email was notable because it includes the first instance ever of the phrase "my boy Quan Chi," because Quan Chi is nobody's boy.
That's right.
He's a man.
Quan Chi sucks.
Quan Chi is pretty crappy.
Shinnok.
Shinnok, not much better.
Yeah.
Shinnok.
Just fucking
That MK4 lore.
fucking off-brand
Yeah.
Shao Kahn, wannabe ass motherfucker.
But I feel like the stuff they've done with those characters in this telling of the story it's better.
Yeah, I'm not super. Was that all in 10 mostly or X?
Yeah, there's been stuff.
They weren't in 9 really. Were
Well,
they?
they're like alluded to, I think, at a point,
Okay.
because it's mostly a retelling of the first three
Right,
games. But
right.
by the end of that, you're kind of getting into Shinnok territory.
Sure.
You guys watch that Johnny Cage
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah.
I kind of like.
It's fun.
I like the way he looks.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, is he in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the
Mhm.
leaks early on were saying he was not a playable
Yeah.
character.
No, he's definitely in it.
Okay.
Someone pointed out that he maybe looks a little Danny O'Dwyer-esque, and I was like,
Yeah, a little bit.
I can see it. I can see it.
Who the hell is Chronica?
Chronica is okay. Chronica
boy.
is the lady boss of Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh.
And she fucks with time.
Okay.
And I guess the whole point is that she has been there all along, and so they will tie Chronica into events throughout the entire game's history,
Huh.
all the way back to the first game.
Just layers on layers on layers of bad guys.
Yeah. So I think and I have not watched the story trailer since they first showed it, but the gist I got was that they're looking at it going like, "Fuck, Raiden's at it again, fucking up the timeline. We have got to stop this motherfucker.
Do something about this
He
guy.
is fucking it all up." And then Raiden had a fucking I'm a good guy. We've got to kill all the bad guys, even if they aren't bad just yet. Like Superman
Oh,
and
the
Injustice 2.
I see.
Yeah, like that type of.
Is that where the bad Raiden stuff came in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into the idea of somebody cutting off Raiden's head and replacing it with a different head.
I could see it. That would totally
That
make.
sounds
You
like
get to
some.
keep the hat.
That sounds like some. I don't know. Shinnok's got his own hat. Though.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's got a weird hat thing.
Yeah. That seems like something Mortal Kombat would do.
That beta's coming up soonish. It's like
Yeah.
end of the month. Is that what it is, or is it like?
Is that an open beta?
I think it's I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
That's this month, I think.
Games
Mm-hmm.
are coming out.
They're still making them.
It turns out.
You get them on a disc. Put them in a disc drive.
Not always.
Install them to a hard drive.
Not always.
Okay, sure.
Always.
What if it's the Xbox Aether?
Then you can't play those games.
Oh man,
It's good for Minesweeper.
I stayed up way too late reading a forum thread about the Mister last night.
Yeah.
I should not have done that.
Oh boy.
I really shouldn't have done that.
I have an extra SD RAM board.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
I
mean, how big?
there's only one.
Oh, okay.
It's
Because they're saying the Neo Geo
right.
core is
Yes,
maybe going to
there's-
take more memory
yes,
than is on that board.
That is the hot talk around the Mr. community
Man.
these days.
That shit is happening fast.
Is that yeah? The Arkanoid core just came out. The person who did that is now working on Contra. What else?
Seems like they're adding like the SNES core just came out 2 or 3 months ago, and they're already adding like the special chips.
Oh yeah,
by the week practically.
It plays Super FX games now. It plays SA1 games.
Man.
What do they just add? Some other stuff. Yeah, the Super Nintendo core has come a long way very quickly. It was already out by the time I got into this whole thing.
Okay.
But it
I should probably save this for our spinoff, Mr. Podcast.
that's right, Mr. Podcast.
Mister.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a board coming out that has everything integrated all in one.
Yeah, the all-in-one board is gonna fuck you over though if they decide
you
that
need
hey,
more
you
RAM.
need a new SD RAM board.
Yes.
That it's a controversial development.
I could see it for sure.
I think that guy was not allowed to post about his all-in-one board on the forums.
Pictures are out there.
Also, turns out an Alaska's game that he was talking about, Monkey Business. It's not it's an Atari 800 game. It's an Atari ST game.
Oh,
So I do have that. We can play some Monkey Business next time.
if you're wondering what the fuck we're talking about, go watch GPF from 2 weeks ago.
I think that's
I
what
think
it was. Yeah.
where we spent the entire show just playing games on your Mister.
Yeah.
That was great.
And then I started thinking a lot about a Mister. Anyway,
It's really neat.
yeah, it seems pretty cool. All right. On that note, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Bombcast. We've got after show business happening.
After show business.
After show is go.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Town business.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned for that if you're listening live. We got other stuff happening this week
Yes.
on the website.
The website, giantbomb.com.
With a brand new
top slot.
Brand new homepage. Yeah.
Right.
Or top slot. Yeah.
Yeah. Went up today.
Snazzy looking.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
Thanks to design and engineering and all those people that made that happen.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening. We'll see you
You're
back
welcome.
here next week. Same time,